Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 54 of the Groupchat Wrestling Podcast. This weekend has taught us a few things. We learned that AEW is indeed where the best wrestle. We learned that Hangman Adam Page is indeed the main character of professional wrestling. We learned that the AEW World Championship belt is the most beautiful thing that I have ever seen. And we also learned that my co-hosts can be smug little shits when they're right. Now, they're not the kind of people to say they told you so, but...
We told you so.
What a fucking show. Man. Let's not even mess around. We've got a lot to get through here. We want to get through a lot of questions at the end, but we want to give you the best fucking review show of AEW's crowning moment. Their best show on so many levels. Brett, you were there live and in person. You experienced the whole fucking AEW week. The WrestleMania week for pro wrestling fans. Like, how was it, man?
I mean, listen, starting from Thursday, going to Collision that night, I mean, the energy was great. I think it was a good start to the weekend right there, you know. It was just good vibes from Thursday night Collision, from Friday morning going to StarCast. And let me just say real quick, the energy and just the overall energy was just great. It was loads of positivity from all the wrestling fans who were there, all the wrestlers themselves, all the talent. I mean, you had everyone just walking around freely, like in the hotel lobby, by the bar, out back by the pool, and all around just the common areas and everything, by the merch stands and everything. Like, you didn't have any fans being like total dickheads, like chasing down wrestlers, you know, hey, can you sign my action figure, or can you sign my belt? Like, no, if they paid for meet and greets, that's where they did their stuff. They did everything appropriately. Nobody acted out of pocket. And like I said, all the wrestlers were very kind, you know, very sweet, like very just, I think the fans fed off the energy that the wrestlers gave during StarCast. And like I said, that was just another tone setter for the day before All In. And yeah, like I said, StarCast was amazing. I mean, it started with me arriving, looking for parking, and who the hell do I bump into? First guy, not even in the hotel yet, freaking Mark Briscoe comes up to my car. You guys, some of you seen the pic already. Chicken out, wild chicken, like boom, first picture before I even get in there. I mean,
fuck off.
Doing. Yeah, I love you too, Andy.
Yeah, so send your audition videos to replace Brett. You don't even have to be good. You just have to not have been to All In and met Mark Briscoe.
Oh man, well, good luck with that. But yeah, I mean, doing the meet and greets with Takeshita, with Ricochet. Ricochet is one of the coolest people ever that you can meet. Like, I sent you guys the video of like me and him like chatting for 5 minutes, and I literally we exchanged the stories of how we both went bald. It's fucking crazy. Like,
but what is the story? Because like for me going bald, it just happened. There's no story to it. Like, I didn't.
Well, I mean, not story, but like this is
my hair fell out.
No, I'm not bald by the way. I've got hair under it.
Yeah, like
I mean, if
I told
was
him like
bald.
Yeah, I told him like I was 24. I was at the barbershop, and like, you know, my hairline was here when I was younger. Then it's like all the way back here, and I'm sitting at the barber chair. I told him like, yo, I'm just looking at the mirror. I'm like, and I told him I was like, yo, it's over. Just take it all off. And I think Ricochet said that he was just like sitting back, I think looking at a picture or a mirror on his wall or something, and he just saw his line wasn't what it was. I think it was about 25, 26 where he decided, you know what, just take it off. But you know, like, listen, when two bald kings meet together, that's what you talk about apparently. But
you should have got John Cena with you as well, as you want another bald guy.
He's not there yet. He'll be there one day. But
I wish I would embrace it. Bald is beautiful.
Exactly.
I'll get there one day.
Bald is convenient. Bald is fucking convenient. I shaved my head through choice. Even my wedding pictures, shaved head. Yeah. Hairline went a long time ago, in like 2012, a little bit. Gave up on it. Started shaving it, and then during COVID was bored. Grew it back. I'm like, oh fuck, there's quite a lot here. So why not? Like, it's so much easier being bald though. Like, life is so much easier. You wake up. Yeah, you wake up and you're looking how you're going to look when you leave the house, basically. So, yeah, baldness rules, but I'm not going to join you yet because I'm too vain.
It's all good. You'll get there eventually. But and then doing the meet and greet with Brody King and Julia Hart. Brody King, like, don't let his appearance on TV fool you. He is maybe the nicest, sweetest guy that you will meet in person. Like, he's the definition of a gentle giant. But I say gentle giant, I'm not lying when I say, like, Mark, you both of you might be the same height. Like, you said Wikipedia says he's 6'6", 6'7". No, I think Wikipedia is way off. Like, I'm 5'9". He might be 6'2", 6'3".
Right.
Maybe, but
Wikipedia's bollocks, though, isn't it? Wikipedia's just stuff people have entered in. Like every Wikipedia page should start with "I reckon that," and then the content of Wikipedia.
Yeah, I mean, but no, he was awesome, and like he was so cool with my idea for the picture that you guys saw. It's like him putting me in the choke, and I told Julia, "Yo, point at me and laugh," and I think we had a good time with that. But like I said, the vibes were great at StarCast, and then. You know what? Gotta give a quick shout out to Mr. Wrestling Fan on Twitter, because while we're walking around StarCast, he hits me up. He sends me a DM on Twitter. He had a couple extra comp tickets for Supercard of Honor that night. So
nice. That's cool. What a dude.
Oh yeah, he's fucking cool. So shout out to Mr. Wrestling Fan on Twitter. Give him a follow. But
I wish he was my friend.
Yeah, you might follow him. He's on Twitter.
I do, but I've never.
Yeah, he
could Lucy might have been blocked. Lucy has as many people blocked as she follows, I think.
I have more. My block list is over 10,000.
You're very liberal with the block. I just mute people now, so then they get really angry and I ignore them.
But
I did it for stupid reasons. I blocked someone because their profile picture creeped me out. I blocked someone because they kept posting cheese pictures and I'm lactose intolerant.
Have you ever taken tried lactose pills? Take lactose pills. I've had about 7 today.
Oh no, I just eat dairy and suffer and complain at everyone. I don't like cheese as it happens.
You don't?
I hate it. Nasty.
Well,
you're so different.
There was no cheese. There was no cheese on Zero.
That was,
it was fucking brilliant.
Segue.
Straight into.
I do want to. Before I want to ask Brett, did you sing karaoke?
Unfortunately, the tickets sold out so quick. I couldn't even try. But just real quick before we go on to Zero, like I said, Supercard of Honor wasn't even in the plans. But the esports arena, awesome, dope arena. There, it was great. I mean, the crowd was loud, and dude, Takeshita and Bandito. At that point, it was the match of the weekend, and we didn't even get to All In yet.
It still is Dave Meltzer's match of the weekend, and it was fucking brilliant. The last
awesome.
10, 12 minutes of it were just amazing. So good.
Has he reviewed the main event yet? No.
Friday we'll get the stars.
I think that could take top Everton.
Yeah, but
in fact, no. We know what's going to be his match of the weekend.
The tag match.
Yeah.
Will be his match.
Oh, yeah.
If Will Ospreay's on the card, that's de facto.
I know.
Yeah, but Ospreay v Kenny Okada match? That's going to be...
Yeah, actually, yes. But you don't remember a few weeks back when we had the Hangman promo and the Swerve and the Ospreay promo on the same Dynamite, building up to the pay-per-view, and he goes, "Oh, that Will Ospreay promo, it was so good. It was the best I've ever seen." He goes, and the Hangman depression stuff, that was all right as well.
Yeah, Hangman was
fucking hell,
present.
Dave's amazing.
Jesus. Yeah.
Fucking sassy bitch, man.
Dave looks at Will Ospreay like I look at...
Serpentico. Serpentico.
Right, well, let's move on then. Let's get... Sorry, Lucy, go on.
Yes. I was just going to say, before we do, I want to know if you were singing karaoke, and I want everyone who's watching this to answer in the comments right now. Do it this second.
Do it.
What would be your go-to karaoke song, and which wrestler are you duetting with? I want Paradise by the Dashboard Light with John Silver, please.
Wow.
Who are you going for?
Mine is to get over my disappointment of him not turning up on the show is Judas with Jericho.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know, it's not even exciting. It's just, be cool.
You know what? I'm a huge Linkin Park fan, and just looking around at the roster, I think it'll be fun as hell to do it with Willow. I think Willow would be a dope Linkin Park fan, doing "Lying from You, Somewhere I Belong" or Faint. I think that would be fucking awesome to do a Linkin Park song with Willow. That'd be so much fun.
I want to do "Proud Mary" with Mercedes Moné. I will do Ike's part and she can do Tina's part because I can sing that perfectly. I mean, I can't, but I think I can. So,
obviously Dan's not here, as you can see, but I would suspect Dan's will probably be Metalingus with Cope because, or another one with maybe Broly King. There is two. Well, no, Bandido. He'd probably throw Bandido in, wouldn't he? Or whatever. Dan's would be something.
Just all of them do the Backstreet Boys.
We have to summarise an 8-hour show, so shall we very gently segue on? So, and I will say as a start off, as a shout out, this week we saw massive ticket sales ahead of this. So shout out AEW, they moved literally in the week before about 12,000 tickets. And another shout out, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan, they shifted 12. So it's been a monumental effort all around this week.
Very good. Very good.
I'm
I'm not someone to laugh at other people's misfortunes. But
The pre-show, like, what did we make of the pre-show? My favourite bits of the pre-show were the non-wrestling segments. The Moxley and Paquette stuff in the car, fucking loved it. So good.
That was incredible.
I was very much enamoured with that more than any of the actual wrestling on the show. Not that I'm critical of anything that happened on there, but yeah.
I loved it. I really enjoyed the pre-show where I thought it was excellent. But that's because the Outrunners are on, and I would enjoy the Outrunners doing anything. I could, the Outrunners could be on fucking Bargain Hunt, and I'd be fucking glued to the TV screen.
I would watch that. It didn't go so well for them. I mean, they lost to. The day will come. I do not have an appropriate T-shirt.
Yeah.
Today is not that day.
They're just building up the anticipation for when they finally get that big win.
Oh, they're getting it.
It'll be. But before we move on,
what did the DQ?
Before we move on to another match at the 0 hour, these fucking Outrunners set the tone for special gear for the night.
So good, wasn't it?
Newport inspired trunks, and not just the colorways. The Outrunners print on their trunks was the same font as the Newport lettering on the Newport boxes. I'm like,
we don't have those in the UK. We never.
So that's obviously a brand of cigarettes here. I guess maybe it's here in the country, but just Google Newport cigarettes.
I've seen the pictures.
You'll see once you see the picture, you're gonna be like, oh my god, they knocked it out of the park. It was fucking perfect. Even to like the little gold stripe between the green and the white, like that's on the damn box.
The Outrunners make me happy. I still believe we are going to get the training montage and we are going to get a victory over FTR. I say we because I feel like we are the Outrunners. The Outrunners, we're all Outrunners. Mm-hmm. We're gonna beat FTR. No, fuck them. They can go fuck themselves.
I am fickle. I will switch to Team Winner any day. What we need is a match without Stokely running around ringside like a slippery frog. Yeah,
look at those trunks.
Yeah, fucking class. But the Outrunners would look good in anything, man. The Outrunners could wear whatever the fuck they want, so it's all good. Yeah. Apart from like shit sports related stuff from Manchester, but apart from that, they could. So the Outrunners match was. Are we just whizzing through the pre-show?
Yeah. Oh no, hold on. We can't. There's one big moment. This is the biggest moment of any pre-show ever. We had the 4-on-4. We had the conglomeration when Big Boom AJ versus the Don Callis family. I've been watching wrestling for 30 years. I'm sure you guys have been watching. I have never. You got Rocky Romero outside standing toe to toe with Big Justice.
Big Justice is fucking sprouted up on it, man.
He's only 12, 13 years old, but guess what?
Same size.
He's looking Romero right now, and who comes out of nowhere? Trent pie faces Big AJ, pushes him to the ground. I don't know how it came across TV, but holy shit, were we like, oh fuck, like we were taken aback, like he pushed the fucking kid to the ground, and
we've all wanted to.
See
his son Trent living the dream.
Yeah, I just wanted to swat him with a chicken bake, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm disappointed we haven't gotten there yet, but I mean,
we're getting it.
Christian Cage was probably proud as hell.
Yeah, but listen, now you know what this sets up. I need a segment with Sue and Trent. Like Sue needs to like slap the shit out of Trent for laying his hands on a kid.
No,
yeah,
Sue needs to turn up and run over Big Justice in the minivan. Literally, Big Justice is there. Sue puts a foot on that accelerator. Bang! There you go. Go fuck off back to Costco, you fucking big boom little twat. That's what she needs to say. I'm not sure she would. She'd probably give him a cookie.
Get out the car, pull out a stick, Hurricane Rana.
Yeah, imagine.
double chunk chocolate cookie.
I honestly, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you guys are probably the same as me in that, like, I did not like these TikTok guys at all months ago when it was first kicking off. But like, I actually have grown to like them. I don't watch the TikToks now, but when they're on AEW, they're not actually bad. They're entertaining. It's not like overly complex shit they're doing. And fucking Big Boom fucking AJ. I tell you what, that fella is a fucking pro. There is so many wrestlers that could learn from him on promos and how to throw a fucking punch.
Yeah.
He's got it.
He throws like a Stone Cold-esque punch.
Yeah,
when you look at how he punched, like he's got it. But dude, he worked great in this match.
Yeah,
I mean,
he does.
Obviously, it helps when you got the right guys around. But he worked fucking great with everyone. And yeah, the pre-show 0 hour is great. I mean, some of those matches could have main evented collisions. That's how good they are. But I think we spent enough time on 0 hour.
Let's go
now. Let's go to the main course now. first match, we have the trios titles. We have the Ops versus the Deathriders. Now, this surprised me, like we talked off the air. I thought they were going to do the 3 main events. One was going to start, one in the middle, one in the end.
Oh, my God.
It was... oh
in this heat. In this heat,
there will come a day. I am taking one off when I do not have an appropriate T-shirt. Today is not that day. Just continue. Do your thing.
Okay.
I thought they were going to start off with the Mercedes Tony match. I was very surprised at this, but I suppose it, kind of storyline wise, it made sense to get this one out the way early on, and then we can kind of push on with.
They couldn't do the Mercedes Tony because obviously when that was happening, I was waiting for Athena. So if they'd done it before the Gauntlet,
I suppose.
Yeah, the Gauntlets did throw a bit of a scheduling thing into it, didn't it? Really, I mean, there was so many things that happened in the Gauntlet that would have played out, or at least influenced what you thought was going to happen later on. It was no, but whatever. It was a great opener.
But it was a great opener, but it made so much sense that why this led off the show for after the match.
Yeah.
When the Deathriders, they took out Joe, so that takes out the Ops for them helping out Hangman. So that's already, to start the show, you have 3 guys already down who are not able to help out Hangman. That was the plan along. Win, lose, or draw. They were going to take out any sort of allies that could help Hangman out. So I thought the trios match starting was a brilliant choice. That would factor in towards the end of the show.
It was, and Joe, wasn't he taken out? Isn't he going to be gone for a little while? He's
it sounds like
promo for the Twisted Metal.
Yeah,
I think I heard they're already done filming season 2, so I'm not 100% sure.
Season 2 starts soon, but I'd imagine that he's either doing that was the talk that he's off for a while anyway. So it's probably going to be season 3 or just some promo shit. But hopefully he's not out too long. And when he comes back, he'll maybe Hook will slot into the Ops.
That's exactly. That's exactly what we talked about. That's exactly what we talked about last night. Like, okay, Hook is out, but just like how Hobbs came in to replace Hook, now Hook can come back, and whenever Joe comes back, like remember they had that little friction.
That's the tension.
Double or nothing during Anarchy in the arena. So, you set up a possible feud right there. Like you set up 2 possible feuds right there and with that action. But so the next match we had was the men's gauntlet match, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest, being there live and thinking about it now, it kind of under-delivered in my opinion. It was good.
It was for me. It was the worst match of the night, and with the talent involved,
I agree.
Yeah.
Literally, this match went on for 26 minutes, was it? 35 minutes. And about 33 of those minutes, there were just 2 people in the ring with everyone fucking around the outside. It was, I look, for numerous reasons, I wanted the women's one to outshine the men's. And it did by a mile, on every possible level. But this felt like a match that they really did not put a lot of effort into here. We got a return from the artist formerly known as Juice Robinson, because that weren't Juice Robinson. That weren't Juice Robinson.
It's a fucking weird one, honestly. That really...
I didn't enjoy it.
I was looking at that that's one of Sting's kids. No wonder Renee left with Tony Storm at the end.
Honestly...
Tony probably took Renee. She didn't know Juice was back.
The Juice Robinson thing just freaks me out. He doesn't look like Juice Robinson. Grow the beard, Batman. Don't fucking...
And the ring
like
clubber was crap
if your
as
dad
well.
shaves his moustache and you don't know who he is, so you scream at him. That's how I felt with Juice.
So what was worse? Andy, what was worse? Was it Juice shaving the beard or his gear? Which was worse?
Both.
It was bad.
Look, it's going to take a while to get used to him, but actually, having seen his promo afterwards, I get why he's done it. He's not the comedy Juice Robinson anymore. He's a bit more serious. He's going for gold. Yeah, he said no more fake dog pissing. No more, all this kind of shit. He said it's
a shame. I fucking loved it.
I know, I love it, but I'm hoping he goes back to it. But he said, we want gold, and I get that. Maybe the group now is going to be more focused on getting gold, because he said trios, tags, singles, they want it all. And this, obviously, we all, apart from, I think you were the only one who did say MJF, but I'm going to do what the people on Twitter are doing with Darby Allin. I think it would have been Jay White all along if he wasn't injured. I think obviously Jay White's a little bit further out. So when he comes back, the group is back together, and hopefully they get a bit more focused, because that's a fucking hell of a group. That I'm so glad the Guns are back. The Guns were great as well, man.
Badly, I'm really happy they're back, because there are rumours this contract year for them and everything, and I do think they've been for whatever reasons. I know they were injured. They came back for that one match, got beaten comprehensively by the Hurt Syndicate. We've not seen them since. But they were really building up momentum before. The crowd were not behind them for a long time. They'd finally got the crowd on side.
It was just strange because you had Jay White in the main event scene and the Guns were nowhere to be seen. Even though they were fit. They weren't backing him up when he was on his own.
One of the Guns was hurt for a while, but nowhere near as long as they were out.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You would have thought they would have come back and at least backed him up. But because there was times where we were like, where the fuck are the Guns? You know, what's going on? But whatever, they're back now. Juice is back with no beard. He needs to grow it back. I'm glad he's back. I'm not glad he hasn't got a beard.
Let's move on.
I am happy with the winner that we got.
Yeah, I'm happy with the winner.
Yeah.
It's the ring.
As long as it's not
he's going to be a dickhead about it.
As long as it's not a cash-in, I don't care.
No, they asked Tony about that on the press conference. Did you see in the media scrum? He said, "We haven't decided. I'll let you know. We will announce whether it's a cash-in or not."
Don't do a cash-in.
No, I've forgotten.
Don't do a cash-in.
Say, let's say let's say it's they pick their time, they call their shot. When?
As far away as possible.
I put this thing, I don't know if any of you saw, I put it on Twitter, like what I think the next run of champions will be for the next 18, 24 months. And I put MJF in there. And the amount of people, like the revisionist history, saying, MJF was the worst champion in history. No, he wasn't. AEW were in their worst creative period in history. He was the one good thing on TV the majority of that time. He was given shit towards the end of the title reign, but he had the best Iron Man match ever, the best four-way in AEW history in that period. Like, the stuff with Adam Cole was the only actual booking they did that whole fucking summer.
Yeah,
an injury wrecked that.
And let's be honest.
His fault.
If the injury doesn't happen, I do think that angle with Adam Cole winning and fucking MJF over would actually turn out good. The problem was he got injured, and then it was like, we don't know how long he's out for. So they dragged it out, and then it was padded with shite. And then it turns out, no, he's fucked. So they basically like, okay, well, we'll just pretend it never happened, put the belt on Joe, and we'll move on. But like, it was good up until that.
Yeah, none of that was MJF's fault. He did brilliantly with what he had.
He carried everything. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand every fucking week.
And he's about to have a killer feud with Hangman because MJF's "why him and not me" with Hangman is incredible.
I still feel they might do something now and then branch off and then they're going to revisit it because Hangman's going to have an extensive reign. Hangman's reign should be a minimum of 6 months.
Agreed.
I think I'm being really, really generous with just 6 months. I do think that MJF will beat him for the title because I think MJF v Ospreay will be the title match next year. I'd probably rather be Hangman Ospreay, but I think a London crowd would probably be. I'd be Hangman still ahead of Ospreay.
I think Ospreay's turning. So I'm still holding out hope that Hangman's going to be. I think Ospreay's going to be the one that turns long term between him and Swerve. One of them's going to turn. I think it's Ospreay. So yeah, I just hope they drag this out for at least, like what you said. I think for at least 6 months. Please don't do a cash in. And maybe he calls his shot and Hangman beats him. And MJF gets even more enraged and then fucking tries to work up to another fucking title shot there. Maybe that coincides with the Hurt Syndicate fallout with, whatever happens with Dynasty down the line, whatever. Like, because MJF and Hangman is money. It's fucking great, but MJF can't lose his next feud because he's lost a lot of matches lately and Hangman can't lose so quick.
MJF calls it, let's say MJF calls it for, let's say, Wrestle Dream, Forbidden Door, Full Gear, around that time. He doesn't win the title. He then thinks, the Hurt Syndicate aren't going to help me get the title. Fucks him off. That's when he gets his new stable together, comes around to say Revolution, then maybe he beats Hangman for the world title, then he's going to do what he does. Like, I would like a little switch with Briscoe getting his moment, and then it's MJF v Ospreay maybe All In next year. Because I think Ospreay's winning the title All In next year. That feels like
that means Ospreay wins the All In then next year.
Yeah, Ospreay Swerve final. It still should be that, I think. But
it could be a fucking. I put this out there a couple of weeks ago. It could be a draw. You could have Owen's got a time limit as for the match. You could have a draw and then a three-way for the title. Swerve's involved then, a heel Ospreay hopefully, or maybe a heel Swerve if they do go that way, and then whoever's got the title at the time, whether that's Hangman, MJF.
Because the four main guys for me in AEW, the four guys that I look at now as whatever you want to class them as pillars, but the four linchpins of that male division are Hangman, Swerve, Ospreay, MJF. That would be the greatest four-way ever.
Because the problem is you can't just go Ospreay wins because you're repeating what's happened this year where your finalist who lost in the Owen final has now gone on to win it the year after. I think if Ospreay then goes on and wins the Owen again, it's basically just doing the same thing. So for me, I would rather just like that's why I like the idea of a draw, just because it's something a bit different. But anyway, yeah, I agree. The match was passable. It was all right. A couple of decent surprises, nothing major, and the finish was very poor. I thought, MJF just picking up the pin. Yeah, it's what MJF would do, but I don't know. I thought the finish was a bit shit.
We do have a question related to that from Biff Sticks on Blue Sky, saying, was there anyone you wanted to see in the Casino Gauntlet matches that didn't show up? It says men and women's, but specifically...
I would have liked someone like Jeff Jarrett, if I'm being honest. I would have liked someone like a Jarrett or someone like a veteran to turn up in there.
Yeah, Chris Jericho for me. I wanted Rich Jericho.
Jericho would have worked perfectly,
but Jarrett would have been great as well. You know, just someone to just a one that's not going to win, that the crowd, that that everyone knows.
And someone take a guitar shot, you know? Someone take a guitar shot, you know?
Yeah.
So obviously me, Jay White, but obviously maybe he's still a ways away from coming back. But yeah, so we have we were supposed to have the TNT title match, the 1-on-1 between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher, but we all are aware of the unfortunate news earlier that morning that Adam Cole was unable to compete. He had to drop the TNT title. We found out the next day that it was unfortunately, it was another concussion that Adam Cole has been diagnosed with. We saw the speech, and I can tell you right now, being there live, the crowd was just very emotional. I mean, you could see it in the emotion in Adam Cole's eyes. You could see it in Roddy and Kyle as well. So instead of the 1-on-1 match, we had a fatal 4-way between Dustin, Sammy, Daniel Garcia, and Kyle Fletcher for the belt. Now, I think we can all agree that the original plan was Kyle Fletcher was going to win. He got new music. I mean, it's been right there. It's Fletcher's time is right now. He is it right now. He's the perfect guy to elevate the TNT title. Now, I can tell you that being live, like when Dustin did get the win, it was a shocker. We were confused at first, but you know what? The crowd was for it. Dustin's the hometown Texas boy, but also here's something else to consider. He's a day one guy as well. Hometown Texas guy, day one guy as well. His first singles title in AEW. So listen, it wasn't great circumstances to deal with, unfortunately, with the Cole situation. We all know that I think Kyle was going to win, but let's look at it realistically. Like, if Kyle were to win the title, what would have been the story after the match? Is it Kyle's first championship win? You know, the sky's the limit for him, or you're still thinking about the bad news, unfortunately, with Adam Cole? That's still going to be fresh in your mind. So I think it was a good pivot on Tony's part. You know, let's give something to uplift the crowd after the unfortunate news with Adam Cole. Let's give it to not just a hometown guy, but a day one guy in Dustin Rhodes. And also think about this with Kyle. It could be the same scenario. Like, because Mark, you said like Kyle should have killed Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Like in this match,
he'll do that to Dustin now.
And him doing it to Dustin would be far more impactful than Adam Cole. Yeah. Him leaving Dustin a bloody mess, and actually that sets up something I would like to happen, which is the Sammy Guevara starting to go, you know, to do more singles matches. I would like Sammy Guevara. So I think Sammy Guevara and Kyle Fletcher could give a couple of incredible fucking matches together. People forget how good Sammy Guevara is, man.
Oh, he's fucking
amazing.
Good.
We actually
and they teased it.
And
they teased it.
Did.
Yeah,
they teased it. Like at the end of the match, like when they're they're pulling each other, and you saw the look at the end, like Sammy. So think about this, like with the unfortunate circumstances, you give the hometown pop, but you also you're planting the seeds for an eventual possible Sammy heel turn. And I like Sammy better as the cocky.
Oh, 100%.
100%. That's better.
He's boring as a face. Like his character is dull as fuck as a face. I love Sammy Guevara, but he's so good as a heel. But did you see that picture?
He's likable.
But there was that picture, wasn't there, with the was it the Rhodes and the Von
Erichs.
The Von Erichs were there, and they were all there with Dustin over, and Sammy's in the corner giving Dustin the fucking eyes, and it's like, I either want him to go against Kyle Fletcher now after Kyle destroys him, or I would love Sammy to turn on Dustin and take that title off him, and then lose it to Kyle Fletcher in a series of matches. Whatever. I just would like to see Sammy Guevara get a bit more, you know, back into singles, because the tag stuff they're doing doesn't do it for me, I'm afraid.
If I jump in here, like, this is the only negative thing I'm going to say in this whole pod, because Saturday was one of my favourite nights as a wrestling fan. But at this point of the show, and I've since like revisited it and thought, okay, I get it. I actually am cool with it. I didn't like it in the moment. I was pissed in the moment. Literally was a bit pissed, but I was very upset when this happened.
So was I.
I hadn't enjoyed the show to this point. I didn't like the opener bit. I thought the match was perfectly fine. I didn't like it being the opener at that point. The men's Gauntlet, I had high expectations, they hadn't delivered. The Adam Cole stuff was just bummed things out. Because again, at that point, the mind's wondering just what is wrong with him. So you're feeling really flat there. You can notice that in the crowd. And then Dustin won. And I like title changes to mean something. But in hindsight, it made sense to put it on someone that's going to like uplift the crowd because we had such a horrible moment. But at this point, I was watching it with two of my mates and I turned to them and said, like, this show really needs to fucking pick it up a gear here. And luckily, immediately it did.
It was tracking it around it. For me, I was thinking this is going to be a 7 out of 10 pay-per-view, the way it's going. But the rest of the pay-per-view turned it into an all-time.
It was literally after this. It was nothing below 4.25 stars probably after this. It was bored. If the pay-per-view had started at this point for me, I would say without a doubt that's the best wrestling show I've ever seen. Because I'll say there's nothing on it that is even just good. Everything is great and above. If it had started after that, so the match that, for me, unless anyone else still wants to touch on the TNT title,
for me that's it. I just want to see something come out of it now.
Yeah, 100%. And we will. I want to see Dustin soaked in blood, having barely got any offense in. That will make me very happy because I wanted that with Cole. It makes it even better, more powerful, more impactful.
It really does,
Dustin.
Yeah.
But the thing that really did tie the turn, the first guaranteed 5+ star match for Uncle Dave, and 5 stars for anyone who appreciates the art of pro wrestling. The Bucks, Swerve, Ospreay. I surprise winners for me. Interesting, they went that way. I wasn't unhappy. I'm intrigued to see where they go with it. But fucking hell, this was just so good, man.
I assumed our founding fathers were going to pull it out. I even had my little shirt ready. Do you know what? I'm not putting another one on. I'm taking some off before I start putting more bloody shirts on. This is getting ridiculous.
This is getting ridiculous.
It's too off of that shit, man. Fucking hell. That match was fucking incredible. It was always going to be. It was always going to be, though. It's like, it's the fucking Young Bucks. They're the best tag team of all time. I don't care what it is. No, Legion of Doom are not the best tag team of all time. Fuck off. And it's Ospreay and Swerve, man.
Their form since returning has been insane. One thing that shocked me is when I was looking, I'm like, fuck, there's 5 years between them. I can't believe it's that big a gap, 40 and 35. But I'm like, for all the years they've been doing this, their current run, like, there is so much negativity towards them for whatever reason.
It's crazy.
Well, we know why they want to be negative towards them, but they are operating on, like, I think FTR are just out of this world, but the Bucks at the moment operate on a level that no other tag team, I don't think any tag team can get near to the form they're currently in. They are just seamlessly perfect.
But you say, look at their recent record. Look at it before that. Before they went away for a while, it was, again, like, people, we had this back then, people were like, oh, the Bucks have got it. But then you actually look at the matches and you're like, oh, no, shit, they haven't. They've still had the fucking top 5 tag team matches of the fucking year. Every fucking time. They're phenomenal. And like, you will never, ever get a bad Bucks match. I can't remember there ever being one. And then you throw Swerve and Ospreay into the mix. It's a fucking no-brainer.
It was absolutely incredible.
I just wanted them to, I wanted Swerve and Ospreay to lose because, to me, the same as what we said earlier, I think Hangman needs to have the belt for at least 6 months. Swerve and Ospreay are going to want a title shot, and I don't know how you handle this.
I mean, it sets up a messy situation between all three, between Hangman, Swerve, and Ospreay, because, like you said, both of them are going to want a title shot. And you said one of them, you think one of them is going to go heel. Well, what's a better way to make one of them go heel than a triple threat match? Why a triple threat match between Hangman, Swerve, and Ospreay? Here's the thing. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Andy. They're all 3 of them are faces, right? You a three face triple threat. But we know how these matches go. They all start as 3 faces, but shit's gonna get heated between Swerve and Ospreay because they're just competitors. They want to be the man at the end of the day. So you could do that match and just maybe one cost the other match. Well, of course, Hangman retains in that match, and then you get the high five handshake between them two, and maybe they turn right there. But it's a good problem to have. But I'm also thinking like this could be fucking hilarious because I don't know if this actually means if they're both gonna be EVPs, Osprey and Swerve, because they put the renders on the website, EVP underneath their names. Listen now. Spoiler towards the end, Osprey got taken out with the chair. He can't compete kayfabe for a few weeks, but what if he just made himself, I'm the EVP, I'll be like acting a general man. Do like Mick Foley used to do it. He had his give him like a funny outfit or whatever. Just make some fucking stupid matches, some comedy bits in the back, like for a couple of weeks. I think that would be fun.
We do actually have a question. Yep. On that, Exile to Halifax said, with Osprey and Swerve now being listed as EVPs, who do you think goes from being like a silly sausage to being seduced by power? Like booking repeated title shots? Obviously, they do the right thing and make Adam Cole EVP, which could work. However, I will say that they have now removed the render that says they're EVPs. It doesn't say that anymore.
They did say.
They've taken it off.
Well, they did.
They put it on. It said, "Will Osprey Swerve EVPs?" That's been taken off.
But they said, didn't they, when they were talking about this originally, when the stipulation was announced, that they were going to give it to the fans. So, unless they do some bullshit Cyber Sunday fucking thing that they used to do, where people would vote on matches and the votes were clearly rigged, I have no idea what they're going to do with the fans being EVPs, unless it's just, you're EVPs, you're getting great fucking wrestling every week, which we get anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, but which one is seduced by power? Because Osprey's already blown the budget on Krispy Kreme, Nando's and Ninjas.
Osprey, 100% bigger. Oh, and the thing is, like, Swerve is the one everyone will automatically think is going to, and that's the Swerve. It's going to be Osprey. Osprey's a great heel man.
Don't know Osprey as the Commonwealth Kingpin.
Yeah, he's fucking Osprey.
They haven't seen that version.
Osprey, a heel Osprey could rival MJF for the best heel in the company, and Ricochet. He could get that kind of heat, and I think he could get that heat at home as well, regardless of whether he's fucking British. He's so fucking good.
The Ninjas, it was reported on Fightful Select. They were like giving scoops, and they reported there are ninjas backstage. I was like, wow, well spotted. You saw the ninjas. They didn't see the massive fucking boat, though. The Young Bucks rode it, paddled in on. I was like, you found ninjas, not the boat.
How did they see the ninjas, though? Aren't ninjas supposed to be stealth like? Not very good fucking ninjas, are they?
They're not good ninjas then, you know.
It was an amazing entrance. I think
the fucking boat was hilarious. I mean, but just the match, that middle sequence of the match, you know what I'm talking about.
It was so good, man.
Oh my god, it's like that's the closest thing you're gonna get to like a live anime action right there. Those 2 minutes right there. But
you could pause at any second during that sequence, and it looked like 4 superheroes.
It was fucking incredible.
But the bit at the end when Matt went to tag, he saw Nick wasn't there, and he just collapsed as if I'm finished. Nick's. I was like, oh my god. But another question. Bridge Nation said, "What's next for the Bucks?" I feel like people are gonna bully them now.
Yeah.
Someone said, are we still calling them Matthew and Nicholas? I was like, well, you can call them what they want. What you like?
Yeah, you can't do shit.
You call them Betty and Tiffany if you like. What can they do about it?
I don't know what we do with them, but I really hope they're on TV every single week because
I know what I'm saying.
The Bucks make everything better when they're on there.
AEW
is a far better product with the Young Bucks on there. Whether it's the characters, the stories they're involved in, and obviously the matches. I really hope they're sticking around, and I really hope they're gonna be integral to the product for the rest of 2025. Because when they weren't on, I really missed them.
But let's be honest. The Deathriders, we all said in the middle, stumbled a lot, and it got very fucking boring because they didn't give it any. We were fancy booking all sorts of Orange Cassidy. We said Orange Cassidy every week for the past fucking 2 years, even though the Deathriders only been going for fucking 8 months. We were saying all this shit. We were adding fucking whoever we wanted, and we didn't say the Bucks at all. And the Bucks came back. And the Bucks were the ones that gave it the kick it needed. When the Bucks came back, it got far more interesting. It started to get exciting. Yeah. And I want the Bucks on TV every week. Just as Mark's just said there, whatever they're doing, I don't care whether they try and cozy back up to Kenny Omega and grovel like fuck, whether they go back with Okada, whether Okada tells them to go fuck themselves, whatever. I just want the Bucks on TV. They can join the Deathriders to help hang around with them until they're finished off by Darby Allin, whatever. Spoiler for later on, but I just want the Bucks on TV every week. I do not care what they do. They could just fucking sit there, well, look, if it comes to it, just show the Punk footage again. I don't fucking care. As long as the books are on TV, there's actually not that one. Don't do that one.
No. You know what? You know what I would love for a segment on Wednesday, like a clip of them like cleaning out an office, like with like boxes, like they just got fired or whatever, just like and like papers or whatever, and like
they go and
they're walking through the parking lot with their stuff from their fake office, their fake EVP office, and they're all getting clowned by all the wrestlers in the back. And
when they leave the office, it's been crossed out where it says Young Bucks, and it now says Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland.
What were they shredding?
In Sharpie or crayon. They've done it in crayon.
We never found out what they were shredding.
No books allowed.
Maybe they can finally tell us what the fuck they were shredding, yeah?
Well, somebody's asked a question. Never Seen 17 says, does
Serpentico
come back and help turn them babyface again? And I think that is the obvious answer. The only man who can save the Young Bucks.
I don't know why you would like Serpentico to come back and help them.
The clock is literally ticking on that event. But yeah, listen, it's one of the match of the candidates. I mean, like that finishing combination, the house call and the hidden blade, that looked brutal as fuck.
Beautiful.
It's as good as any tag team finisher that there's ever been for me. It's up there with the fucking Doomsday device, which was always my favorite in terms of effective, a tag team working together with an actual finisher that requires the two of them. It's fucking great. Yeah.
Would you say that finisher is better than the buckshot V-trigger combo?
Yeah, I think it was.
I think so.
Yeah.
It looks devastating. It looks like your head could actually come off of your shoulders. Yeah. It looks
like a Mortal Kombat. It looks like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
It does, and the way they hit it as well. The timing was fucking perfect.
So good.
You couldn't have got a better timing than that. It looked like they both connected at the same time. It was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Matt. That they've known each other for years.
Yeah, and shout out to Matt. Matt has taken both of those devastating finishes. He took the Hangman Omega combo finisher, and then he took the Swerve and Ospreay combo both times. It was Matt who took that one, and good on him. So listen, that picked the crowd back up. We're back in
9 stars.
Too many stars. Too many stars, and just get Dave like a new pair of trousers after he rates it, But not
get
Dave.
the man a biscuit.
Yeah.
He's earned it.
Sorry, Dave.
We love you. All right, so what came next? Was it the 3-way tag?
The Gauntlet, the Women's Gauntlet Redemption.
Gauntlet.
So the dog shit 12 minutes they were given early this year on Dynamite that felt like a token gesture. They were given nearly half an hour here. They made every second of it count. This was fucking brilliant. 2 debuts of sorts. Everyone that should be in it was in it. The other people at least were at ringside. It showed just how fucking good this division is. They made the most of this time. Again, Aminata came out of it looking like a star. Like she's made the most of it. Yeah. It was just, I loved it. And for me, absolutely the right winner. She'll dethrone Toni, I hope. I was very, very happy. This was perfectly executed. This was, I loved it. I fucking loved it.
The only change I would have made to this is the one that you suggested a while back, which I still think was a great idea, that all previous women's champions should have at least shown up. But even just for a minute or two, even if they were at the end just before it finished, at least have them show up. But we don't know what they're like injury-wise. We don't know the health status of a lot of these, so maybe it just isn't possible.
And the visa stuff because of the fucking moron that runs the country, so it's not easy to get working at the moment with that
I'm guessing that wasn't, possible or whatever, but it was fucking incredible. It really was. I mean, it was ace. Very impressive.
It was, and saw the right winner. My favourite bit, I think, was the Suri Alex Windsor. If you haven't seen their match in Pro Wrestling Eve, go and watch it. My God, it was brilliant. Best match I've seen live this year. And they just let them have a couple of minutes to show what they can both do in the ring, and it was the perfect introduction to both of them, I think.
I hope Shuri's still there for a while now. I mean, I know she's on an excursion, isn't she?
Yeah.
So I hope they get her for a while, because I mean, if you remember when they first got Mina in last year, was it last year? Probably even longer now, wasn't it? But anyway, she was there for a while before she went back. Yeah. So hopefully they've got Shuri for a while anyway, because she looked fucking incredible. That was I would love to see her and Alex Windsor go at it in AEW.
Yeah,
they did advertise Shuri at Supercard of Honor, so I think she'll be for extended stay going forward. But yeah, all the participants, everyone fit. I think everyone looked great in this match. Like Mark said, Aminata is a star right there. Like, I love the fact that we could run like her, like some form of like her and Tekla like for weeks and weeks and weeks. Like that is the definition of it's on site whenever those two are in the ring. Like they even though Tekla's only been in there for what, a month or so, like her and Aminata have great chemistry. Because
it's that good that people think they actually fucking hate each other and it's stiff as fuck because they are actually trying to kill each other.
They fucking, that first match, the clearly by design post match with Aminata, like everyone's like, oh, she should have sold the injury more. She just submitted. She's pissed off. She's walked off. It got people talking. If that was on purpose, amazing. If it wasn't, they've capitalized on it immediately and they've got gold. Those two, like, do you know what I was thinking? When I was watching this, I was thinking, right, how are we going to split this off into what I still am going to assume is an inevitable tag division, ideally sooner rather than later. I've got it in my head now. We're going to have little mini tournaments in CMLL, in Stardom, in, I don't know what my hands are going everywhere here, in AEW and in Ring of Honor. And then you can have a 4-way at Forbidden Door for the inaugural tag champs. So you can have a CMLL team, a Stardom team, Athena and Billy from Ring of Honor. They can win a little mini tournament down there. And then, I don't know, Willow and Stat there. But I was thinking, how many teams can we get out of this? And eventually you probably think Aminata and Tekla are going to beat the shit out of each other until they're friends. And then they can end up being in the tag division together. It's like a mutual respect kind of team.
We did see as well Tekla and Julia Hart doing a little bit of, I think, were they flirting by torturing people together? Is this how Spiders...
They've done that a few weeks now in a row, that spot. So.
And I asked that on Twitter and Tekla reposted that. Tony Khan liked it as well. I think it's canon now. Julia Hart and Tekla are they're flirting via torture.
Where does Sky Blue fall?
I guess if it works, it works.
One thing I will disagree on is if you guys all said that was the right winner. I do think it was a very good winner, Athena, but I don't think there was a right winner. I feel like there was at least 5 there that could have won it, and I could have easily said that's the right winner because that division is so fucking stacked. And it's just a case of now, will they get the time to expand on this? Because what we said last week, didn't we? What we wanted out of this was stories to come out of it, angles for the women to kind of, to be able to get stuck into and go on with it. So will they give them time for this now? That's what we want, really.
There was a story there started. I mean, a question we had from Miguel saying during the Gauntlet we saw the return of Harley Cameron.
Yeah.
Are we getting some jealousy from like Ty towards Harley for taking Anna back, or do we see them as a trio?
I still want Harley and Mercedes to tag. I still
Harley
think that's
Mercedes.
I think
that should be Mercedes. When Mercedes loses everything,
on a pole.
I think that's
got Mercedes redemption arc.
Yeah, it could be that. I think that's
Mercedes can be in the back. Mercedes could be in the back area. Maybe she looks a little dejected from losing whatever amount of titles, and then you just see in the puppet in the corner, the puppet just comes.
Yes.
I kind of want them fighting over Anna Jay now. Will
she lose at Rev Pro? Do you think at the end of August?
I think she will. No, I think she's losing in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I think she loses at Wolverhampton.
To Sapphire Reed?
I don't think she's going to be on the Rev Pro show. I think that's too much of a risk for a big AEW show to have her on the day before. If it was the day after, like Tony went and did some, an indie show. What was it? Was it Prestige?
Prestige. Yes. Literally after like the day after she went to Prestige, like fucking crazy.
So I don't know. I've just got a feeling now that Mercedes isn't going to be on the Rev Pro show, and I think she's going to lose it in the Wolverhampton show in a few weeks. And then, because then that just adds even more to that Forbidden Door. If she then loses another title at Forbidden Door. I mean, at the end of the day, she could lose the title at Forbidden Door. The Rev Pro one, that could be a match. Mercedes against,
Who would you guys have to beat her?
She's currently facing Sapphire Reed. Yeah, I've said this age ago. I think Lizzie Evo should have been the one, but Sapphire Reed's a great choice. The women in Britain, there's some fantastic ones who could easily take that.
One successful title defense. Do you not think they'll push it out to that? What's the capacity going to be in Wolverhampton?
A couple of thousand at most, I'd say. I'm not sure.
Not a lot.
It's not a big place. I don't know. I'm just thinking more about the fact that it's Forbidden Door. But then again, like I've just said, maybe she defends it on Forbidden Door and loses it there. Yeah. Maybe that's what they do, a Rev Pro versus AEW match.
That's what I think they should do, honestly, because, I mean, whoever you have beat her, you would have it, I think, be on the biggest show possible, because you're going to elevate whoever beats her, for that belt. So, I mean, I assume, Forbidden Door is, pretty much near a sellout at this point.
Yeah.
It will get there by showtime, yeah.
I mean, so like I said, whoever you decide to like take the belt off of Mercedes for Rev Pro, I mean, I would do it on the biggest stage possible.
But then again,
and forbid her.
Then again, Rev Pro have 2 nights, so maybe the reason they've got a Friday night show and a Saturday night show is so they can do it and get a day off. I don't know.
I reckon that's a very good shout.
All right.
Could be.
I think
very well
Kanji would have been a great choice to beat her as well. There's a few that would be great, and it's hard to say who would deserve the rub more because they all deserve it, but someone's going to get one hell of a fucking rub from this.
Mm-hmm.
God, yeah.
Right. So I think we all agree the women's gauntlet destroyed the men's gauntlet.
Easily. Wasn't even
Of
close.
course.
That's it.
Theme of the weekend, if you have a look, I mean, I know we're not a
women's
channel, but
wrestling,
if you have a look, Evolution
I think,
smashed
the weekend.
The men's.
I'm actually going to watch Evolution later tonight. I heard that the show was great.
I wanted to watch it last night, to be fair, because I've heard the main event especially and the opener. Those 2 matches were genuinely incredible matches, and I love Naomi's, and I'm really happy she got that moment. So I don't know. I feel that watching an all women's WWE show cancels out the fact it's a WWE show. If I'm being honest, I don't know why. I
would watch it if I still had Netflix. I need to.
Yeah, I'm not going
to
lie.
Morally acceptable.
I let it lapse after Squid Game.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to watch it. I haven't got the time. Dynamite's on the
I'll watch
tomorrow. I'm not going to have
clips,
time. I'll probably watch some highlights at best, but
yeah.
It's one thing in there. Was there anyone like we say about the ex-champions? Was there anyone that you wanted to, return in there? I mean, I wanted Hayter to return. Obviously, she must be injured. She's probably not cleared. So outside of that, I think everyone that I would have liked to yeah.
Everyone in there, I was pretty fine with, and after the match, I didn't say like, oh man, I wish she was in it.
Yeah.
No, I was satisfied with all the participants in there.
I think the men's one had a lot more.
Britt Baker. Just so people would shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but like we were saying, though, I think it would have been so nice if all the former champions, because whatever people still hold against fucking Britt Baker, whether it's real issues or whether it's based on stuff people have made up on the internet, she held the fucking women. She carried that women's division for a good fucking year or 2, most of it on charisma alone, to be fair. And the same with Riho as well. And Nyla, I would have liked them to just get a show in and just kind of, be
Nyla,
like,
actually.
Like when Mark suggested
this,
this,
one I really wanted to see that. I thought she deserved it.
When Mark said this the other week, I thought that is a fucking great idea, and it just would have been nice, especially because they all haven't been on TV for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a San Diego Comic-Con doing a Dungeons and Dragons Wrestling Royal match, and it's got Nyla Rose, Peter Avalon, and
Serpentico
in it. So
Serpentico's in that as well.
She's at least getting some.
Good, no?
I am going to campaign for the Outrunners to be fired if you don't.
Yep.
Shall we gently move on?
Yeah.
Yes. We have the
next
3
match. This match gets lost in the shuffle a bit because of what surrounded it. Because, I mean, the post-match was noteworthy. Everything that followed it, we had like the triple main event that exceeded expectations probably on the whole. And it's come off the back of 2 outstanding matches. But I thought this 4-way tag team title match was really, really good. But again, it's not really getting spoken about. All 8 men massively played their part in this. It was a really good match.
Yeah, very, very good match. Yes, a solid match from start to finish.
How was the crowd for it after everything that had happened before and knowing what was coming?
I a little slow at first, but I think once that moment where Shelton and Bobby were just going crazy, just throwing people over that picked up the match a little bit. But then Knight and Speedball, they picked up the pace towards the end with Nick Wayne. I think it was a pretty good paced match from start to finish. But you know what, like obviously the Hurt Syndicate retained, but my key factor was no matter who won, Christian Cage had to take the pinfall in this match because we needed this to further the split, the dissension within the patriarchy, because we know sooner or later Cope is going to come back and we get the ball rolling on that. But I did not see there. You know what? Listen, this kid's 20 years old. He did not make it obvious as hell about what he was about to do. And can we just give this kid props that the kill switch, the unprettier that he pulled on Christian was clean as fuck. He did that.
It was exactly the same as the one Christian hit on Jack
I was
Perry.
just going to say that. I've seen the comparisons. It's literally it's a carbon copy. It's so well done.
He nailed it. Nick Wayne.
Twist, bam, bang, like 1, 2, 3. Like it was so fucking quick.
It's a shame Dan's on it because this is the thing he's been saying is going to happen for the last year every week. It's happening, and it's not. But now it's happened. He's not here. But yeah, Cope turned up. The only negative about this for me, and this is so stupid. It's a Jeff Hardy thing. Christian's getting the shit beaten out of him, and Cope runs to the fucking side of the crowd to go, hey, and then he's like, oh fuck, I better run down. It's like, come on, man. He's down there.
No, we'll be fine.
So that's actually a trend, not just in AEW, because I think it was in the last Saudi show. I forgot who's getting beat up in the ring, and Penta's music hits. He's supposed to come down for the save, and he does his little walk, his little walk, like motherfucker, the dude you're trying to save is getting beaten up. So that's not just an AEW thing. That's a wrestling thing that's happened. But whatever. Listen, it's his first time coming back. What, in 4 months? I
need Oberman to come out and save someone and do the full 7-minute entrance.
Sake.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That would be incredible.
He does the dance on the stage and he does the pose with the pyro and all that shit. But yeah. And listen, fucking dope chases off everybody. But like, my god,
there's so many things.
I still have the words in my head when Cope gets the mic up his head. Go find yourself. I'm like, oh my god, it's happening.
I was so intrigued. As soon as I saw the mic in the back pocket of Cope, I was like, what is he going to say here? Because it needs to be clever. Like this was perfect. I was like, okay, well done there. That was is this going to be typical Cope cheese, or is this going to be executed well? Because he can't say fuck here. There's no reason to say fuck. So this was absolutely perfect. I didn't see it coming what he was going to say. It was great. Loved it. Can't wait to see where this goes with these two. I cannot wait to see them against FTR. I can't wait to see them have a tag title reign. I can't wait to see them feud with the Bucks. There's so much good shit. Like the Christian and Cope dynamic could be so much funnier because Christian doesn't have to become this full-blown face here. No. This could be really, really good TV. This tag division suddenly feels when it gets the House of Hell's back as well. Outrunners have been rejuvenated. The Hurt Syndicate look unstoppable.
That's it.
FTR are fucking on firing. The Young Bucks are firing. You've got Cope and Christian now. Like this division feels fucking sick.
Give them kazoos and put them in the ring with the Outrunners, and magic will happen. It'll be beautiful.
It feels this division, and there's a lot of teams that are missing out there that now have to step up. Show what you're made of, because we've got 6 or 7 teams here that are either really over, really dominant, or just really, really fucking good. So there's a lot.
Team wrestling.
There's so many teams just below this now that, like, when you get your chance to shine now, you've got to you've got to do what the Outrunners did when they grabbed their little moments last autumn to get themselves over with the crowd. And now we've seen the last week or so. Hold on, they can have some fucking good matches as well now. Like when teams like if Private Party come back on TV, now you've got the Guns that are going to be back on TV. You've got other teams from Ring of Honor that could be flirting around, getting some airtime. Make the most of every second you get.
Back on the Dan subject as well, though. Dan's every week. This is something Dan's predicted every pay-per-view, and it's not happened. Finally, it has. Do you know what else Dan's been predicting since day one, and he'll like this? Luchasaurus and Jack Perry getting back together. That could fucking happen. Well, yeah. That could tie into this, because who's to say Jack Perry comes back as a heel? He may come back and, like, you know, he was close to Christian at one point. They've been through a lot. If Christian has changed or is changing, Jack Perry could come back with Luchasaurus and side with those guys against FTR and Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian, because that's how it looked. FTR were like, oh yeah. And Nick Wayne, I don't know. We're back to faction wars again, isn't it? You know, that's
AEW. Faction wars is perfect. Tony Khan, if you let me legitimately cheer Jack Perry again, I will never ask for anything else. Never, ever, ever. I promise.
Now that they did the Cope return at All In, and that they're basically, we know what's gonna happen. There's only one, All Out. You got to do the match. Yeah. You got to do
Toronto.
The match. You got to do the match with them against FTR in Toronto.
100%.
So you got 2 months to go. That's plenty of time to them to build, to reconcile their differences and whatnot. But that's already one match for All Out.
How does Christian find himself? Does he do that through the crowd? Like, do we bring him back? Does he?
I
think through Cole.
I think he just. I don't know. I want him to just realise that if he wants to get revenge on these people, he's going to have to accept Cope's help. Because as we said earlier, and as I've said previously as well, I want Christian to still be the Christian he is now. And I want Cope to be the Cope he is now. And I want that dynamic to play off. Because Christian could be cheating and Cope could be like, fucking, well, you know, no. And Cope will be against it, whatever. But as long as there's a little bit of tension, but it's still, I think they can make this work, and I think it'd be great. We don't need to change
it. Christian's an asshole, but he's Cope's asshole.
And they could. This means as well, you've got one face, one heel as a team together. They're not tweeners. One is a heel, one is a face. Yeah. They can go against anybody. There's not this face rubbish or heel. Yeah. They can literally go against whoever they want.
Has that ever been done? Maybe. I'm trying to think.
I thought in the Attitude Era that did happen one time. I'm trying to think who it was. I do. Give me a second while we conclude talking about this, but I think it has happened before.
Like, Cope's a good guy unless Christian's getting, he's like, yes, Christian's a dickhead, but he's my bro.
Yeah, Mark is thinking
it's like us with Andy.
Yeah.
Like, he's evil, but...
Mark is thinking of that.
I'm not the one who said Swerve didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, God.
I didn't say Swerve
was Mankind and Kane.
Hangman did things wrong.
Yeah, Kane's a scumbag. Mankind's a great guy. They're heel and face.
There you go.
One's a bigoted fuck. The other one's actually got some decent values, apart from the fact that he did support Vince.
Art imitates life. Glenn Jacobs a twat. Mick Foley's a darling.
Before we move on, like, now that's the direction we're going with Cope and Christian teaming up again, we know the FTR match is right there. But then after that, oh my God, just look at what we have right there. Before
we get the FTR match, can we get an Outrunners FTR third match and have Cope and Christian or Cope
cost them
and let FTR get this win? Let the Outrunners get the win.
I think that's inevitable. That's going to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. They're definitely going to get their moment. But like I said, whenever the FTR match happens, and then you look at if it's a short-term tag team run for Cope and Christian, I mean, off the top of your head, you got the Bucks. The Bucks are waiting for you. I mean, Hurt Syndicate are there. No, I'm sorry. You got to run that match.
I don't think it's short though. I think these guys have still got they've got a few years left.
I'm saying like 6 months to a year.
I don't think they go single again now. I think that this is it now. Yeah. Tag team until one retires essentially.
FTR, Bucks, Hurt Syndicate. How about a one-off with the Golden Lovers? I mean, remember, Copeland...
they're going to be in the tag division soon. They're definitely going to be.
Copeland and Omega, they teased a while back, like, they two Canada boys in the ring together. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if going forward, Omega does more tag stuff with Ibushi. Yeah. That he could work more.
I think that's a good chance. That's going to be the rest of 2025.
I mean, we'll get onto that, but I still think... Yeah, anyway, I think so, yeah. And I said the tag division all of a sudden now is fucking stacked. So we've gone from a tag division that was fucking struggling, no one apart, really. Well, and Jet Speed, don't forget Jet Speed. I wanted Jet Speed to win that. Jet Speed are fucking fantastic together.
Yeah.
And Ospreay and Swerve. Ospreay and Swerve, are they going to go on a tag run together now? Because they should do.
I don't think they need to. I'm writing this division down now.
I want them to. I want them to have a Hangman Omega kind of run and then slowly break up and start to...
Yeah. While MJF is doing his number one contender thing, leave Swerve and Ospreay as that tag team. Just until it's their time to step up.
And if I get my wish and we do get the Dynasty, you could have Hammerstone and Holiday into the mix as well. I mean, there is. And that's a trio as well. That's a fucking trio that could put some prestige on these fucking trio titles. It is finally the blocks are falling in the right place now for all these titles that have been languishing for a while.
Holiday.
All right, guys, we ready to move on to the first main event of All In?
No, but go on.
Well, ready or not,
so ready.
Here we go.
So ready.
Women's World Title match: 6 belts Mercedes Moné versus Timeless Toni Storm.
This is
and
the greatest character in pro wrestling.
Best character in pro wrestling versus the best in-ring women's wrestler of all time, potentially. And this was another match in which I talked to my buddy Mid-South, whether it was Sasha Banks in WWE or Mercedes now in AEW. You can add Toni Storm's name to the list of wrestlers who have stepped into the ring with either Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné, that they can now say that their best in-ring match was with Mercedes Moné. Yeah. This was the best bell-for-bell match, I think, in Toni Storm's career. I understand people will say Hollywood, anybody. It wasn't no stipulation, no plunder, no shenanigans, no crazy spots. It was a legit one-on-one match. And guess what? And it was a clean match the whole way. No outside interference, no nothing. It was the two best female women's wrestlers in the company today going 1v1. And I loved how this match went in the sense that the way they have built Mercedes up as a champion in AEW, not just AEW, but 6 belts all across the world. The fact that, Mercedes kicked out of the 3 Storm Zeros in a row, I turned to Chris and he was like, I'm like, oh shit, Mercedes is going to pull this out. But people were complaining about, no, the champion that Mercedes has been built up to, it should take more than 1, 2, 3 finishes to put her away. No one has been able to do it, not just in AEW, but across the world. But at the end, finally, I mean, Toni's surviving the gauntlet against Mercedes on the top turnbuckle. Basically, that kiss is so symbolic from the top turnbuckle. She kissed her undefeated streak goodbye, did Mercedes. Storm Zero from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Mercedes' first loss in an AEW ring. It was fucking phenomenal. Like, insane. And I've told you guys before, I think with her losing, this is going to start the fall of Monet. She's going to... Next big event's coming for all the other promotions. She's going to lose them one by one until she has absolutely nothing. And then what do you have to do with her? You got to build her back up into something new and something better going forward. That's how professional wrestling works. But, oh my God, a phenomenal start to the triple main event.
It was incredible. It really was. Yeah, there's it's not really much more you could say, is it? It's the 2 best in the world for me. At least the 2 of the top 5 in the world, and it was Toni's best match since the Jamie Hayter match. It was the closest to Toni's old style as well. It was excellent.
It was, for me, it was one of the most old-fashioned style matches of the night, and I mean that in a good way. It was like wrestling, There was proper grappling, mat work, everything. It was the most fundamentally sound match of the night for me. However, I would like to raise an official objection to one thing that happened during that match. When Toni Storm beat Mercedes Moné in a place where no woman should ever be bitten. That was absolutely disgraceful. There was no need for that.
Absolutely fine.
Were you genuinely offended by this, Lucy?
Fuck no.
Oh,
I piss myself laughing every time someone hits the Shattered Dreams. However, yeah, my husband was sitting next to me and he was like, "Oh, really? Oh, now you're upset?" I was like, "Yes." That was.
I think
so. That was.
So I guess from where I was sitting at, like I guess I didn't have a good view of it until like I guess I saw later on my phone. Oh shit, that's what she did. Oh wow.
Fucking took a chunk out of her. Bloody hell.
Oh my God.
It's not how you make friends, Toni Storm. Look at Pekla and Julia. That's a nice way to flirt, apparently.
Wow.
Fucking bite. They're in their bits.
Are we all in agreement that it was the right choice? Because I think it definitely was.
Of course it was. Mercedes is going to be absolutely incredible when she goes on it. Almost like, like when Toni Storm lost everything and went insane. It gave her the timeless character. Mercedes in loss. Look what a downfall and loads of loss did to Hangman. We're about to see Mercedes absolutely kill it.
It's I also, I think, like, just symbolic anyway, the fact that you got someone who come in with such a reputation, highest paid women's wrestler in the world, probably. All this bullshit creative control shite that people seem to think she has. That just the name value alone, and the fact that her first loss is against someone who has transformed herself over the last couple of years and become, like, she's literally become AEW. She is the at the top of the pile in AEW, and for Mercedes to not just come in and go over everybody and actually get humbled at the woman that has made this what it is. I think it was perfect. It was so.
Do people not realise that having these kind of long unbeaten runs is so beneficial in the long term when you get this kind of payoff? Like, Mercedes has come in with a reputation, like, as she is that good. People wanted her to fail. A lot of people, they wanted her to fail for whatever reason. Well, we know a lot of reasons they wanted her to fail. 3 fundamental reasons they wanted her to fail. She's not just not failed. She's not even just done brilliantly. She's exceeded expectations. Her match catalogue in the last in the last year is better than any other female wrestler's entire career work, in my opinion. She's so far ahead of anyone else. I look forward to a Mercedes match the same way I look forward to a fucking Will Ospreay match, because I know it's gonna be there. Literally, it'll be the same on Dynamite. She's always gonna be up there. And all the people that like wanted her to fail. I remember there was a time like last autumn. Every match I was willing it to be a good match just to shut people up. Now I'm just sitting back knowing they're going to be pissed off at the end of the day, because she probably cost them a £200 or $200 check on a commentary gig that he was probably shit at, and other people that are dumb enough to pay that fucking moron subs, they're going to be they're going to be upset every Mercedes match, because it's going to be better than any match you've seen that weekend, because she's that fucking good. This match, I had a level for this match, and it got to that level because it was going to be 5-star minimum for them, because they're both that good. They told a perfect story. This was, for me, the best actual pro wrestling match of the night. From the actual fundamentals of actual wrestling, I prefer this to the match we're going to talk about next. I think I'm slightly on a level with the tag match, maybe Swerve, Ospreay and the Bucks, but this was everything I wanted and more. It was just two of the very best in the world on top form, telling a fucking great story with a brilliant ending, and I cannot wait to see both of them next. I'm looking forward to what Toni branched off and does, and more than anything, I'm looking forward to Mercedes' descent and then her subsequent ascent, which will again lead to her winning the world title down the line, potentially as a face, because I think, as we said, a tag run with Harley Cameron could turn her around to maybe more of a tweener, maybe.
This Athena title shot, is it for the world title or is it for any title she wants?
Well, that's a good question. We have a couple of questions.
What does it say? Let me go back to the graphic and have a look.
But just because I was wondering whether she might, because she's got unfinished business with Mercedes, maybe she will just want to go and take that TBS title off her as soon as.
Okay. If she does that, yeah. I'm just going to have to run, guys. I'll be back in 1 second.
If that's the case, Andy, that it's her choice between the world title and the No, because I could have swore the promo that she cut after All In, I thought she was calling out Toni Storm.
Toni did comment on that, saying that she's coming after her and stuff. It's just I just thought maybe, if they don't rush into this, maybe she goes after Mercedes and takes the TBS.
Oh my, that'd be crazy.
She's gonna have to drop the Ring of Honor title first. Anyway, I'm not a fan of people having multiple belts.
Is she going to lose it, or is she going to relinquish it?
I would like to see her relinquish it, because she is the greatest Ring of Honor champion of all time, and for her to just relinquish it unbeaten, moving on, I think it's
She's almost at 1,000 days. Yeah. Literally, I think like next month, I think she hits 1,000.
Oh well, there you go. 1,000 days, give it up, and then that's it. She's just fully AEW. Have a Ring of Honor tournament to crown a new champion. Off we go.
And the winner should be Billy Starks.
Yes, definitely Billy Starks. Sorry guys,
I'd like to see
rats misbehaving.
Oh fucking hell! Wasn't Truth and Magnum, was it? Yeah.
I'm afraid it was Magnum and Nick.
Truth and Magnum. What the fuck? My fucking head's battered. Yeah. It's all that fucking driving.
Turbo and Magnum.
Yeah. And
no, it was Magnum and Nick.
I would like to see Billy lose in a tournament if they do it, and then have a full on story about her then coming back, and maybe a full on face turn now that there's no Athena around, and then Billy win it that way rather than win the tournament straight off the back of Athena. But saying that, I don't know who's going to win it. I wouldn't want Thunder Rosa to win it.
You got Shiori coming in, so she might be in Ring of Honor for a bit.
Fucking Alex Windsor. Stick it on Alex Windsor.
Wouldn't mind that either.
Aminata, it's a good shout.
Be a good shot, yeah.
To be honest, there's a lot, isn't it? You could stick it on anyone and it'd be good. But yeah, no, just
curious. It's a world title shot, by the way. Sorry, finally got that fucking poster. Yeah,
it's world title shot.
Gotcha.
Again, as long as it's not a cash in, I don't care.
Yeah, they're talking over it right now. They're gonna see what the best.
They're going to announce that maybe it'll be Wednesday.
It can't be. I don't think they're going to. I think it's not a cash in anymore, because they must look at what happened last time, how much of a shit show that was, and the wet fart the wet fart way it ended, and just be like, let's just do a match that we can build to, guaranteed title match we can actually look forward to and build to.
Gotcha.
Because what's going to be more
what's
going to be more exciting though than building to Toni Athena and MJF Hangman in an actual fucking pay-per-view, rather than it's Hangman against Jeff Jarrett, and then fucking MJF might turn up at the end and sneak a win. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for a cash-in, one person that could make it work would be MJF up until the actual cash-in, just by being such a twat about it. But yeah, the actual cash-in itself is always a letdown. I disagree that it's always a letdown.
It would be great TV, but it just always feels cheap to me because you've got a champion that hasn't lost properly and a guy that's won it who hasn't really won a match properly. You know, it's handicap essentially. So I just hate it. I've never liked it. It's one of them things that
for me, it's too much of a WWE gimmick at the end of the day. It's just too much of a blatant rip-off. It's like if you do the Royal Rumble, there's some things that should just be left to WWE. That's their thing. It's always been their thing. You don't need to rip it off. Be innovative. Do what you've done with the fucking Gauntlet. You've looked at the Royal Rumble. That's kind of died out. They've had a few bad years of that. Let's try and modernize that. Let's give that a modern edge, a 21st century edge, which they've done brilliantly with the Gauntlet. Like it's just too basic for me. Just a cash in. It's just it's too WWE. Let them do that. That should just be their thing.
Yeah,
agreed.
Okay, should we do this?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, this was a fucking hell of a match.
Main event number 2: Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega for the Unified Championship. This is
4 words in that match sent me over the edge.
Yes,
accompanied by Kota Ibushi.
Kota Ibushi. Kota, the fuck were you doing, man? Don Callis running a fucking muck. He didn't do shit.
To be fair to Ibushi, he has an attention span of 0.3 seconds. That has been well established. I actually tweeted, I was like, Ibushi, whatever you're distracted by right now, put the shiny thing down and go and help Kenny. He's right
fucking there. What is he looking at? Callis running a fucking muck. Like, come on. After he pulled on the referee out, after Kenny hit the one winged in, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Ibushi in that situation is primarily decorative. He is there to inspire Kenny with his beauty, not to actually be helpful in any way whatsoever. It's not Ibushi's way.
You won't have heard this, Brett, being there, but Don Callis' commentary was fucking excellent. And also, I forgot to mention this, MVP's commentary was also excellent.
So was FTR's, actually.
Yeah.
Shit.
Some fucking gems on the commentary from these guys. Really nice.
So what did we think of this match? All right, I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a pretty good match. Listen, I think I have realistic expectations for this match. Like, listen, it's 2025. Their last match was 7 years ago. They're 7 years older, and we obviously know the health issues that Kenny Omega has had over the past couple of years. So, but I think it was a pretty damn good match for what it was worth.
Brilliant.
I think it was a damn good match.
I thought it was excellent. I think, like as I said last week, I think on any given day, Kenny Omega can still have the best match in the world. It got close. You know.
Yeah, nothing was topping the main event, but I think on any other pay-per-view, it would have been in contender for match of the night.
Yeah. It was the thing.
If it was in any other company, it'll be match of the year.
It's important to separate the other matches from this and look at this one in isolation, because was it what they were? No, but was it still potentially a 5+ star match? Absolutely, it was. Well, and that's the way to look at it. It was one of 4 matches that are, I think, all but guaranteed to get Uncle Dave's 5-star horn. But so
it was never going to be what they were, though, because
really
it's 2 guys that don't want to just tread over old ground as well. They approached the match from a completely different perspective. 2 guys in completely different positions than they were the last times. Not just in age, but in position within a company as well. It was excellent. It was excellent, and I don't think it's the end. Like a lot of people are saying, Kenny said it's the end, and Don Callis hinted that it's the end. But I still think we go for the fucking decider at Wembley next year.
Yeah, they're 2-2-1 at the minute. 2 wins each, 1 draw. This match was a catch-up to put them on even ground.
We said this last year on the preview.
My Rainmaker.
If you're
being a dickhead about it.
We said it sadly be a career match next year.
It really could.
Could be a career match. If there's a Golden Lovers run, and that goes well, there's a little tag title run in there. It could easily be a career match.
God, yeah.
It's just
give the Golden Lovers the tag titles, please.
Give them a run. Have something happen with them, and then we lead to this again for next year. Because at the moment, Kenny's saying no, it's done. But we can approach that as we get closer.
I don't.
Okada, Kenny Omega in Wembley. Come on.
Please, while I'm there.
I mean, just a long-term booking plan that I had in my head for the world title. I say no to that match.
I think that's gone now. That was I had the exact same one.
Gone.
I think that's gone. That's gone. I don't think
so?
I don't think Kenny's getting the world title.
Heel Kenny?
I thought he did until like the last couple of weeks. I've looked at it, looked at the situation, and think, look, I'm sitting there because I've rattled through the tag division. And I think the tag title is going to have quite a big year or so. I think. I still think Hounds of Hell will take it off of the Hurt Syndicate. I think they'll lose it to FTR. FTR will lose it to Cope and Christian. Cope and Christian will lose it to the Bucks. The Bucks will lose it to the Golden Lovers.
Yeah, and I never ever want to boo Kenny Omega again in my life.
I
won't do it.
I don't think Kenny Omega will want the title though as well because he's very big on pushing other people, and I think the way he will be looking at it is there's other people there that are, this is the right time for them now. And as much as I would love a Kenny Omega title run, and I'd love a heel Kenny Omega again, I think he's a fucking fantastic heel. But I just think he wouldn't want it himself now. And at the end of the day, after what Kenny Omega's been through, it's what does Kenny Omega want to do? Let him do what he wants to do.
Is Kenny Omega still an EVP? He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he now a dictator, an unchallenged
That's a
EVP?
Good. He's the only EVP.
Listen, he's gonna get tired of Coda. You know, Coda just standing in the corner doing fucking nothing while, and listen, have you guys ever seen the movie The Wedding Singer? You know, later in the movie, Adam Sandler's heart is broken, and one of the songs he sings is "Love Stinks." Yeah, and then out of nowhere, just Omega is just tired of Ibushi shit and just massive heel turn.
Kenny Omega is not classed as an EVP on the website.
Oh, maybe they've stripped him from everybody. He was an EVP though, definitely.
Yeah.
He was calling the shots.
Christopher Daniels was interim EVP, so Kenny is still officially an EVP, and he is now unchallenged. So everybody goes to Wendy's for the instead of catering now.
We'll find out.
He spends all the money on a Final Fantasy themed bus.
We'll find out in a few days.
I want him to bully the Young Bucks to use his EVP powers.
It would be
I want the Young
good.
Bucks in like handicap matches every week. I want them getting changed in the toilets. Please.
I want the
With someone eating chicken over their bag. I do bully the Young Bucks. It'll be beautiful, Kenny. Go on, you know you want.
I want the Young Bucks to go on a run where back on the Young Bucks is I don't know why. I want the Young Bucks now. I'm just thinking about this now. I want them to go on a run where they get beat a fair few times. They fall further and further behind, and they have nowhere to go but back to Kenny Omega, and we get the golden
and
lease.
Back to Hangman, the guy who just rescued the belt
of course,
of the company they created together.
That he should never forgive them for that.
It will be a long time before it would have to be a long time before they do that, because I still don't want him to want to be friends with Swerve. I think it should just now be. Anyway, we'll get on to that, but it should be.
Do you imagine
done.
BTE now though? If we had,
if they bring that back, I'll take everything. I'll take whatever you want because we'll get that.
Jesus, it would be incredible right now. An episode of BTE of the Young Bucks losing their EVP titles.
But yeah,
and we would get
the Young Bucks go on a losing streak and they go crawling back to Kenny Omega. And we get an elite of Kenny, a golden elite of Kenny, Ibushi, and the Young Bucks. Hangman can stay away. But the interesting thing now is what happens to Okada, because Okada was only on loan to Don Callis' family. But now he's beat Kenny Omega. Don Callis ain't letting Okada go anywhere.
Okada on a pole match. All out.
Don Callis is keeping hold of Okada no matter what. So maybe this is the time when we get the Takeshi face turn.
Yeah.
His other handsome Japanese wrestlers fucking off to do the G1.
And I think one of you guys brought up, it might have been Brett brought up the fact that, like, Pro Toshita, this is
Well, the initial plan was like if Kyle would have won the TNT title as everything would have went to plan by now, like you would have had Kyle with the TNT title. You have Okada with the unified title, and Takeshita has nothing. So like I said, you would have had it would have been perfect. You would have Don Callis like showing all his love and affection for for Kyle Fletcher, and
I think he's gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, no, he'll do it. But you know what? Maybe a different way you could kind of start even further the separation between Takeshi and Okada. Maybe like Kenny is pissed off how the match went. An impromptu tag team match with him and Ibushi versus Okada and Takeshita. Don Callis family members right there. Takeshita eats the pin, and then Okada's pissed, and like it's right there. Like, I mean,
open the show next week with Okada coming in his Ferrari that the Young Bucks bought him. Title over, he gets out, and then Kyle's like, "Oh my God, let me drive your car, whatever." Just have them fucking buddying up. Have them buddying up. You know, fucking Mercedes.
Have Don Callis take the Ferrari away. He's bought him a fucking Koenigsegg.
No, hold on.
Like, no, this is better.
Hold on. Andy, I like that he comes in on his Ferrari. Kyle's amazed by the Ferrari. Okada's walking in. Here's Takeshita. He tosses his keys to Takeshita. Yo, keep the engine running.
Yes, do it. Oh, yeah.
God.
Do it. We're basically we're getting it.
That's his young boy right there.
Because
it's right there.
Okada.
Oh my God.
Okada's not going back to the Elite now. Anyway, we know that that's not happening. There's nothing for him at the Elite now. They're not EVPs. What have they got that Okada needs? Nothing. He took everything he needs from them.
Can we talk about the image, like, after the match? This one specific picture, like, where Ibushi's carrying Omega to the back, and in the background, you see Okada holding the belt over him, like,
it's so good,
with the big ass, like, grin. I mean, like, there's not, like, this is the best, like, character wise that Okada can be. Like, I love it. Like I said,
his deadpan delivery is so fucking good. I actually, you know, they've remade the Naked Gun. With what's his face, Liam Neeson. They should have remade it with Okada. Imagine Okada as Frank Drebin. That guy has got deadpan down better than anybody. He's probably the closest you'd get to Leslie Nielsen.
Okada is, he wants to be a comedy wrestler who was cursed with the body of a wrestling god. I think, he's desperate to be a comedy wrestler. He's having a great time.
And he's still got the
best.
And
I love what a petty bitch he is.
He's still got the best drop kick I've ever seen, and he's shown us a few times in that match. It's every time you see it, it's
beautiful.
Like,
wow.
It was so fucking beautiful in person. Like, just the timing, the elevation, the extension.
It's incredible. The only other person that comes close to it for me is Kevin Knight. It's picture perfect. You ask someone to draw a drop kick, that's what they draw. It's perfect. But sorry, before we move on, I forgot something from the men's casino. Anthony Bones is a heel. I've been telling you this for fucking ages.
He's a heel.
Yeah. I tagged you on Twitter. You manifested this, Andy. You did this to him.
You know that Max Caster is the face coming out of all this, and he's been pushed to this by Anthony Bones. So we'll see that anyway down the line.
You told me so.
Yeah. I'm not the kind of person that likes to say we told you so. But I did tell you.
They fucking are. They never shut up about it. If you could see the group chat, the shit I put up with from this lot. There's the only babyface in the group chat.
So,
can I just...
Go on, Andy. You take the lead.
No, you can. I just want to say one thing. I told you guys the other day, I was chatting with Sam about this as well on Twitter, our good Aussie mate Sam. Someone, I don't know who it was, I wish I remembered whose name it was, on Reddit. It was a thread from a while ago, and they were talking about, the eventual return of Hangman's music and how it's going to hit like crack. Someone said they should use Ecstasy of Gold. And I was thinking, that would be great, but, oh, man, imagine if they did. And, oh, my God, when that kicked in, I was like, oh, my God, this is fucking amazing. I was like, wow, it was like fucking goosebumps.
Yeah.
So, carry on, sorry.
It was just, right, everything. This match... Like, this is where social media is a massive cunt to me, because I shouldn't care. But I knew that me and Andy had put a lot on the line with this. And the amount of people that have written in my comments, bookmarking my comments on this, bookmark after bookmark, people using the word receipts, you can all suck my fucking nuts, because Hangman Adam Page won. Hangman Adam Page was the obvious winner. Hangman Adam Page should have fucking won. Hangman Adam Page has been the right winner for quite a long time. Darby Allin's story is with the Deathriders. Darby Allin's story has been with the Deathriders from day one. It's not been about the world title. I did not think that the day that this happened that they had Hangman Adam Page penciled in to win the world title. However, I think it was pretty obvious from a while ago, maybe from the decisive and clean win at Revolution, that Hangman Adam Page was the man that was going to go into All In and win the world title. If you don't like that, you're just a fucking idiot, because this was perfect. From the minute she started whistling to Jon Moxley gave the greatest sell in professional wrestling history.
He did.
The briefcase being opened, it was honestly professional wrestling perfection. Nothing could ever beat that. and especially the last 15 minutes with Bryan Danielson, with Darby Allin, with Swerve in the chain. This was everything.
I mean, you know what? I'll talk about the main event, but let me just a general overall statement for All In. You know, for any of you who watch like your favorite TV shows, your sitcoms, your dramas, and what you know what All In was? It was a season finale. It was a season finale because now with this Wednesday's Dynamite, you're starting with a clean slate.
There's so much coming out of this.
Not just with Hangman beating Moxley and finally freeing the World Heavyweight title, but think of all the best decisions possible that could have been made, that you could have predicted. They did. You didn't want the Bucks in power anymore. Done. If you were tired of Mercedes holding on to the belt for over 400 days and you wanted Toni Storm to finally end her reign, done. If you were tired of the Deathriders and Moxley holding the championship belt and holding AEW hostage for the past 7-8 months, done. You got what you want. Tony literally, and even the surprise Dustin winning the TNT title, he gave you the best possible outcome. Athena's moment as well. I honestly
how good does that look now? Sorry, the Athena moment.
Yeah.
When the amount of people that were cry-arsing when she wasn't on the card and when they announced it, everyone was like, "Oh, what's she doing? What's she doing facing Thunder Rosa? Why isn't she on the All In card?" I don't think they just planned overnight to have Athena win. This must have been in play for a while.
Yeah. She was going to get her moment in Texas. But like I said,
I'm not saying they knew what was going to be, but they knew when they had her, Mercedes, and Swerve do the press stuff last year, they knew she was going to have a big moment here. Yeah. She wasn't just going to be a participant in something. They did that by design. Swerve changed the course of AEW with what he did in the main event. Mercedes' unbeaten run came to an end. Athena is now the #1 contender. Those three people were by design. Tony Khan looked at them a year ago and said, those three people are going to be key people on the biggest show we're going to do on American soil. Their biggest show ever, not for a crowd. This was more important than All in London either time. This was the most important show in AEW's history for so many reasons. And they got every single major decision right, and then they delivered even more. We had heel turns, we had returns, we had debuts, we had gimmick matches, we had emotional moments, we had every payoff you could have possibly wanted. This was honestly, it couldn't have been any better. It could not have been any better.
I've never been as happy and as excited watching a main event or a wrestling match, or as an emotional, or as concerned at times.
We had a brief drunken conversation with Andy after. I don't think anything made sense because we were one, emotional, and two, we'd been drinking for 10 hours.
I was crying at it was when if you saw my reaction video of where Mox is like, just that moment where Mox let go of the top rope and it's him just flailing like for those last few seconds, and then that tap right there, like, it just felt like it was just like the ultimate payoff in professional wrestling. But before we continue,
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I mean, but before we continue, like, you know, the point of the match where Wheeler brings the plastic bag in the match, and then on the screen, like from us live, we see Mount Everest, and then this motherfucker Darby Allin, he literally cut a fucking promo while hanging on the side of a fucking mountain. He recorded a fucking promo, and then it's like, we're all looking up, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he? And, you know, I finally found him. But before that, Bryan Danielson with the Blue Panther mask comes in, but Psycho Knee, like, oh my God, that happens. And then when Danielson takes out Claudio and Gabe Kidd to the outside, that's when we all see like Darby just fast ascending. And I have to say this, just something quick about Darby Allin. I understand that we have talked about this in the chat on the show about guys we have in front of Darby Allin being a potential champion down the line. With all due respect to all those names that we have brought up in the group chat on the show, with respect to all of them, that reaction that Darby got, the connection that Darby Allin has with this crowd since day one, since coming back for over 7 months, I say this with all due respect to the majority of those names, they do not have anywhere close to the connection and just the crowd, just the upswell of emotion and joy that Darby Allin has with this crowd. I'm not saying, of course...
That's why he doesn't need it.
No, but not
That's
now.
why he doesn't need it.
No, I'm saying not now, not anytime soon, but respectively, I have to say this. I am not going to sit here sit down here and hear that this man can never be champion. Not the next 1 or 2 years. Obviously not anytime soon. His story right now is with the Deathriders. He's going to be the one with his gang of whoever comes back. Eddie Kingston, Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson. They'll finish the Deathriders. I say this respectfully as hell, as right now. This man one day will be AEW World Champion. And I'm sorry, like, the 30,000 people that saw this man descend from the rafters, when his moment comes, he will have the crowd in the palm of his hands. Because guess what? Darby Allin, not just a day one guy, he is AEW. He wears AEW on his sleeve. He is the modern day Jeff Hardy. He puts his body on the line for the crowd. They connect with him on a personal basis. His story, he was homeless, living out of his car. He made it to the big time. He's a biggest star right now, but he's so humble. He doesn't act like it. Like I said, within the next year or two, obviously not. We got guys like MJF, Swerve, Ospreay right there. But one day, this man will be a world champion in AEW. It will be 100% warranted. And let me tell you something. You write the right story, the right opponent, the right circumstances. Darby Allin can absolutely be a world champion in this company. 100%.
No, I don't think anyone said he can't.
Soon. No, I'm just saying. There's a lot of people out there who believe that.
Most of this has come because of all this fucking forced. Oh, it's Darby, Darby. This is the story. The way I see the story is,
they're fucking idiots. Yeah.
The way I see the story, and this is why I disagree with all the people who are coming out now trying to, defend their reputation. Well, it was changed last week. Fuck off. The story, it's not one big story. They have their own stories. Hangman's story has been going on for 3 years. It's a story that's now converged with the Deathriders. Darby's story wasn't the Deathriders. The Deathriders was the story. Darby's story is its own fucking thing. And now that he's back, that will now intersect with the Deathriders, and he'll take the Deathriders out. This is why the reason I say Hangman has looked like it all along was because that was the arc. That was the trajectory of what they were doing with Hangman's story. He'd hit rock bottom, and he was coming back, and it just happened that it timed perfectly with this. So anyone who says they know this, the only person that knows what was going to happen or whether they changed their mind is Tony Khan. And until he tells me that to me face, I think you're all full of shit. I was just watching what I seen on TV unfold, and I enjoyed the fucking shit out of it. And I don't not like Darby. I'm not telling people to go fuck themselves because they're saying Darby on the champ because I don't like him. It's because it made no sense. And the best story. The best story is Darby coming back now and doing what he said he was going to do. He's going to finish them off. That's perfect story.
Now, it's very much that thing. I like pancakes. So, why do you hate waffles? It's that kind of shit. But I was saying, this is how it would be fucking moronic to have Darby Allin return and win the title, considering the story. Down the line, I don't think Darby should win it anytime soon because I think there's a lot more stories to be told beforehand. Yeah. Down the line, fine, absolutely fine. No qualms about that. And if people say, why do you hate Darby Allin? I don't hate Darby Allin. I hate your dumb logic that he's going to win the world title. He's going to come back and he's going to fuck the Deathriders up because that was always the thing for him. That the Deathriders embarrassed him, they humbled him, they humiliated him last year. He wants to fuck the Deathriders up.
If you remember, the original
wants to win the world title.
If you remember,
two separate entities that have just found themselves like emerging. They've nothing to do with each other.
The original story from an insider, whoever it was, whether it was Brian or whoever, about Darby winning the title was that he was going to win it at Wrestle Dream. It had nothing to do with the Deathriders. That grew fucking legs out.
To the man who literally gets nothing right.
Who was that?
That's word salad from him.
Yeah,
he says things that don't happen.
That grew legs out of nothing apart from fucking people retweeting on fucking Twitter. The bottom line is he was he might have been scheduled to win at Wrestle Dream, but he decided he's going to do Everest. You don't do Everest overnight. You don't just go, I'm doing Everest next week, so you might want to fucking write me out. He will have planned that a long time ago. So when I'm saying it was Darby until a few months ago, that's a fucking lie.
No, I'm sure that was planned like well before Wrestle Dream or when
but he was going to do it last year.
When he got injured last year, he would have said to Tony Khan, the time of year that is safest to
100%
is this time of year. I'm going to do it next year. It seems pretty simple.
Broke
Tony
his,
Khan would have known probably last summer that Darby Allin was going to miss 6 months while he was doing Everest. I think that's probably
easily.
He broke his foot.
No, sorry, Brett. Go on.
No, I was gonna say. What's crazy is that he broke his foot the night that Mercedes debuted. It was at Big Business. And
that's right.
He broke his foot and ankle, and it's funny. I love how Jay White played on the fact that I saved your life. Now you can't climb Everest. But you're absolutely. The story was Hangman all along, and I just wanted to.
There isn't one story though. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it's different stories all on their own paths, and if they do intersect, great. That's what happens. But it's different stories. There isn't one story. Oh, this is AEW the story. It's different stories. The characters have their own arcs. They go up and down. Would Hangman, like so many people, and people I really like as well and respect, have complained about Hangman's booking for the last 2 years. Would this have hit as hard as it hit now if Hangman hadn't been so low and hadn't been on the fucking pre-show at one point, on fucking Zero at one point, losing to fucking Swerve twice, completely going off the rails, destroying everybody? Would this have hit as hard? Would it have meant as much if he hadn't had that? No way.
No.
The reason it meant so much was because of the length of time it's taken to get back here. It's brilliant. Like nothing hits like this because of that.
Does this, with Darby coming back, obviously he's going after the Deathriders. Does this solve, like we've been talking about this for months. Like we were wondering what are they going to do for Blood and Guts whenever it happens. It has to be Deathriders versus Team Darby, right?
Yeah. When's that going to be though? When?
So we got to look at it like this. So obviously Forbidden Doors next month. September is All Out. It's fucking tough. Do you do it the spot between like after Forbidden Door and then before?
I just
All
fucking
Out as a TV special.
I mean, just announce it on Wednesday and fucking do it in a couple of weeks.
The thing is, they
is that
can't
enough?
Realistically do it. You got to think for the setups and everything. Also, they're in Chicago and it's like
they're on a residency.
For the next 6 shows.
That's probably
so it's definitely not going to happen before Forbidden Door. No. You know what? Like, I would do it on pay per view.
Just fucking do it on pay per view. I agree.
It's big enough to do it.
You're gonna have to have two rings. Then
do
you're
a
gonna have
Raw
to have two
Rampage
rings
as well
then.
and have a number one contender like a TNT. Like go like you would normally. Put it on pay per view. Fuck it. Why not?
How far is Orange? How far is Orange away? Because this Darby All In team has got to have Orange. Got to have everybody. Got to have
He tore his pec though. He tore his pec. So
it's been 6 months though. Jay White, Orange Cassidy, Darby All In. Who else did they fuck over the Deathriders? Fucking just like whoever else they fucked over anyway. That should be the team. That should Danielson. That should be the team because Hangman now should move on to other challenges.
Yeah,
Kingston.
I think Kingston will be the one that pulls Moxley from the brink when this is all over. I think Eddie's the one who's going to save Moxley and bring him back to the old Moxley.
Does Pac come back?
Eddie loves Moxley, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. If Pac comes back, it will be 5 for the Deathriders. So
Pac, yeah.
If it'll be even 5-on-5, so it'll be Darby, Danielson, Jay White. Do we put Kingston in there then?
Look, if Kingston's fit, put him in there. If he's fit, put him in there. But he will not touch John Moxley, as we've seen before. When they do go against each other, he refuses to. Do you remember when it was the Blackpool Combat Club against Eddie and whenever Mox was there, he was like, tag someone in. I'm not fucking touching you. And I think that's what we do with Eddie.
Ospreay. I mean, Ospreay got Pillmanized.
I think he'll be. I think Ospreay and Swerve will be in. I think Swerve will be in it as well. He's been intertwined with them for long enough now.
I'm just thinking like.
Anyway, the match was phenomenal. It's been incredible. I've never enjoyed something so much.
You've been very quiet, Lucy. Thoughts?
Sorry about the ranting.
In the fantasy booking here.
I mean,
it's good. It's like a little free show.
Like I said, we're literally starting with a clean slate on Wednesday. Like I said, we just had the season finale on Saturday with All In. All the possible like good endings that you wanted out of All In, depending which side you're on. Like you got everything you could have wanted. Like I said, Hangman champ, Mercedes lost, Bucks no longer EVP. Athena got her moment. She's the number one contender for the AEW Women's World Title. Dustin winning got the nice hometown pop, but you know what? The clock is ticking until Kyle murders him, and we'll see what happens with Okada and the Don Callis family. He and Takeshita friction in there, and there's so much shit that we can go from here.
Well, back on this match though, is there like all of you? Is there a match that has ever made you feel like this?
No idea. Nothing. Nothing's compared. The nearest.
That's all.
The one time
even when I was a kid.
Mick Foley winning the world title meant a lot to me when he beat Rock. I loved that because Foley was my favorite, and I never thought I'd see him win the world title. That meant a lot. But this one was different because of all the layers to it, because of everything that had come before it. This was the pinnacle. This was AEW's finest moment, and they've had a lot of fine moments. Like, people can hark back to yesteryear. We can speak about numerous things. This was AEW's finest moment. The last 15 minutes of that show was, for me, the greatest thing I've seen in professional wrestling on numerous levels.
It tops the other Hangman story for me. It beat the other Hangman story, and that was the best story I've ever seen in wrestling. Yeah. This entire, not just the match, I mean, this entire Hangman descent and this and the look on his head. I mean, God, how excited were we getting about that? He'd fucking trimmed his moustache, little things like that. He'd fucking trimmed the bushy moustache and he'd gone down. Yeah, it was stubble. It wasn't completely clean shaven.
No, he's there.
Yeah,
everything about it.
So many little things that we were like, this, and it was like, yes.
Listen, I'm glad that he just trimmed it a little bit, because listen, when you grow like a great mustache that Hangman did, I'm sure it's a tough decision to go back clean shaven. So he trimmed it, he compromised it. He gave you a little bit. You wanted to shave, we'll trim it, but I'm gonna keep that, all the Hangman. Let me tell you something.
Into his beard perfectly.
That's what it was. It was all
exactly.
It was all one length. Yeah.
Even.
But it's great, from the music to the old music. We've been saying for so long that when that old music hits, it's going to be like crack. I've never tried crack, but now I know what it feels like, and I want some of it.
Top 5 theme of all time for me. Hangman's theme.
It is now. It is now. After the
what it
is now.
The syndication of it, yeah, definitely.
But let me just say something real quick. Like you said, as far as how I felt, I have never felt more nervous during a match than what I did for the main event.
Osprey Hangman, just because that was the
But I'm saying since then, so back-to-back pay-per-view main events for AEW, I've been so fucking nervous. But this was even more so because Hangman is here now. It's right there. Tony, you've done all the right decisions tonight. This is the one right here. This is the one. Like I said it for a long. It's this event right here is going to be a pivotal turning point for AEW. I think Tony is looking around the landscape of wrestling right now, and he's getting off the vibes that AEW, I think, has gotten a lot of goodwill back this year. It's night and day compared to 2024 to now a year ago. I mean, it's gone. It's done. I don't want to hear about restore the feeling. No, the feeling back in 2021 is 4 years ago. This feeling right now, this is what AEW should be going forward. The past is a past. You got to leave it behind. You got to move on to greater prosper, and I think that's what they're doing.
We said that a while ago, and I think it was Lucy that said it's a new feeling. It's not restore the feeling. This is the new feeling, and I totally fucking agree. It is. This is the new feeling. This is nothing like it was. I don't want the old feeling. I want this feeling.
Oh.
You can't have the feeling of bringing CM Punk out of retirement, or getting Bryan Danielson across while he's still essentially in his peak years, or all these things, the perfect cocktail. You can't replicate that feeling because those things have happened. Those moments can't be replicated. But the actual standard of product now is the feeling, because the product back then was so much fun and WWE was in such a bad state. The feeling was different then. The feeling now is one of this. I mean, this is a far better product than 2021.
Easily.
Easily. It's a far better roster. The match quality is higher. The Dynamite cards are better. The storylines on the whole are better. Everything about it is a lot. You look at the women's division back then and how thin the women's division was. And now you look at it now and there's 10, 11 women I want to see every fucking week on TV. Everything about AEW in 2021 is better, barring the perception. That's the only thing. And those amazing moments they had, but they were moments. They're not giving us just moments now. They're giving us periods of excellence. This has been 3 months of non-stop 8 out of 10 floor at the moment. And
I don't want to hog the time. Sorry, I feel like I'm preventing some of you speaking here, but can we talk about Jon Moxley? That guy, I don't think I've ever seen anyone in better shape than Jon Moxley right now. He is, when he's into something, he is 110%, and he does not fucking stop. Everything from the Deathriders being stuff that people didn't like, and that, he cleared, there's a lot of things Moxley was doing purposely to make you not like it. Things like hiding the fucking title away. Refusing to let you see it. That was things that was done purposely. We might not have liked it. We might say it was shit, but it worked. It made everyone fucking hate him. That title, it's fucking incredible. And right to the end, to the best selling I've ever fucking seen.
It was best selling.
Little things though, like the things he says in the match as well was so good. When he says to Marina, Go and get the briefcase. I want to open it. I want to make him smell it so he can see what he's never going to get older. And it's like, yes. And then when she pulls away and you've got fucking Nana fucking has chained it to the fucking table and he's there fucking dancing away with his coffee in his hand. It's just it was the most perfect match I've ever seen. Everything in that match was. I would not change anything in that match. Anything.
No.
Within 2 minutes, Hangman pulling out the fork was fucking insane. But like you said with Moxley, like how he looks fucking phenomenal. He's
in the best shape he's ever been.
Not even Dean Ambrose 10 years ago he looked like this. He never looked like this in the Fed. It's fucking insane. But you know what? Like I know we say that Hangman is the heart and soul of AEW. Like, but I feel Moxley might be the most important piece I think AEW has ever added, because like
they say he's the ace, don't they?
He is.
That's a perfect word for him. The ace is a perfect word for him, I think.
And you know what? In my opinion, what he's been with the Deathriders the past 8 months, he's been the true, legitimate final boss of wrestling.
Yeah.
Because like they've tried to throw everything at him, and he just keeps overcoming, keeps getting people more pissed off that their favorites keep on losing. Like, we want to see the title for so long, for 8 months, and he's like, no, you're not seeing it. So who's gonna step up? Who's gonna take it from me? Who's gonna open that briefcase? And finally, it was the hero, just like I said, the heart and soul of AEW.
Do you remember the clamor for it to be Swerve Hangman main event for All In? Everyone wanted that, didn't they? I was so against it. I was so against it because, like, come on, nothing would have beat this. Swerve and Hangman All In would not have beat this. It was everything. It was just it's the best pay-per-view I've ever seen because of how perfect that match was. I think it beats All Out 21 just because the final 3 matches, that run is just fucking insane. Yeah. The tag match as well, and just the feeling of that match at the end eclipses anything.
I cried.
Yeah, we got quite a few questions.
I cried, man.
Sorry.
I cried.
Sorry, we're hogging the time, Lucy. Go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. I feel
after the show well enough. I think let's get to the questions. We've ignored the questions quite a lot, so let's repay the people that have spent their time to question us with some answers.
They're all about this, so you're going to be doing it all again.
Let's go.
One of them from Twitter. From Singh was, what was your immediate reaction to Hangman winning the title?
I don't need to answer that, do I?
Yeah,
I stood up and I just had my hands in the air for a couple of seconds.
I did the same, and then I was like, kind of like, and then my phone went, and it was Mark on the phone, and we had an emotional chat that none of us can remember, and then it was just amazing.
Good times.
I cried.
Brett, you were in the building.
Listen, let me say this. The moment that, I zoomed in and saw that tap, like, it was like, I mean, I don't know, like, here in America, they kicked the game-winning field goal to win the Super Bowl. That's what it felt like. Just 30,000 people at the same time, just hands in the air, jumping up and down, like you saw, like, all of us just hugging total random strangers. Just, like I said, I lost control, like, I a few tears shed. Like, it was, I have not been emotionally invested in a wrestler for the longest time since Hangman. Like,
ever for me. This is just
Lucy. What about you?
I was standing up in my living room, 2 a.m, jumping up and down, clapping. I didn't care about the neighbours. There's an old lady lives next door to me. She's deaf. She won't care. Yeah, she's fine. I'll explain it to her. I'll give her some onions out the allotment. She'll be all right.
She's probably a Hangman fan.
Mine was relief. She probably is. She would be. Mine was relief because it was like Mark said, all the people on Twitter that were making me doubt, that made me doubt my cowboy. I don't have balls, but if I did, you could fucking suck them. You had me doubting. You were so sure that it was Darby. And I didn't see why. I didn't see why anyone thought it was Darby, but you were all so sure that it was. I started questioning, thinking I'd missed something. And I hadn't. It was Hangman all along. It's always been him. And I will say this now, bookmark it. I will never, ever doubt Hangman or AEW ever again. You cannot make me doubt again.
And can we clarify as well? We're not saying the Deathriders story has always been Hangman. When they decided on Deathriders story, they probably didn't know who it was going to be. But the story of Hangman, eventually coming back and winning the title and us getting this feeling, that has always been Hangman. Because that's what it is. He's the main fucking character.
It was Hangman. Ever since he won against Ospreay, it's been, I changed my mind then, and I was like, yeah, it's Hangman. I want Darby ever again. I think the issue is... Sorry, Andy.
No, it's just because I think we had the conversation about this a couple of weeks ago or whatever. And, like, the thing with the Ospreay-Hangman match for me was just that there wasn't a meaty story for Ospreay. It just would have been, he's going to do it because he wants to win the title. The reason Hangman's this meant so much is because of everything around it. And I want Ospreay to have something like that now leading to Wembley next year because, to make us feel.
For me, it wasn't Ospreay should win. It was I didn't really think Hangman was ready to win himself. But then when Ospreay got a little evil during the match and Hangman stepped up, that was when Hangman showed that he was ready. I think I'm probably going to get yelled at for this. I think a lot of us have been conditioned by WWE to expect disappointment. You're almost frightened to hope. You're like a dog that just keeps getting kicked. Eventually, you just start being suspicious and refusing to accept any sort of love and affection.
A lot of people, I think, were thinking it was going to be the WrestleMania 39 where everyone thought Cody was going to win that first match against Roman.
A fucking rubber chicken at Hangman.
And Cody lost, and then you had to wait another year for the big payoff. And listen, whether we like it or not, it's just a lot of fans out there, like you said, they've been conditioned to think one way, and it is because it's WWE, like whether we want to admit it or not. I mean,
I have.
AEW has been only around for 6 years. I mean, WWE's been around, obviously, for 50-plus years. So that's going to take a long time for a lot of people's mindsets to change naturally over time. But, slowly but surely that will happen. But looking back at it, I mean, I'm not going to get too much on, like, people who are calling for thinking Hangman was going to lose. I mean, because like I said, a lot of us are conditioned to think doom and gloom when it comes to big payoffs in wrestling. But no, like I said, All In, it checked all the boxes.
The only ones that wrecked my head were the ones who were saying the TV has told the story about Darby. He hasn't been on TV for 7 months. Like, please, what are you watching? Is it a different show? Are you watching fucking repeats? And then, he said the mountain. I'm like, yeah, okay. So, like one of you guys said earlier, it must be Jeff Jarrett then. And like, they tried to murder Darby. Well, they threw him down some stairs. He's been thrown down loads of stairs.
Everybody.
Yeah, fucking Orange Cassidy had some fucking toxic chemicals poured down his gob. What about him?
Try and murder Wheeler Yuta as a sign of affection.
Yeah.
I've got another question for you. Come on.
We're going long, by the way, but let's just answer all these questions because
we didn't start recording until after like 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
We'll have a quick one. Rage Punks wants to know who was your favourite run-in at the end and why was it Bryan Danielson?
Because it's Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, because it's Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
Because the WWE told him to
returned.
Because they told him to not do it, and he did it anyway. And do you know what else? I said this the other week. We're getting Zack Sabre Jr., Bryan Danielson, a Forbidden Door. It's happening.
Probably, yeah. Maybe.
Oh, my God.
No.
Mine was Darby because he made it look like he had jumped off Everest and come right down.
It was high. That was very high, wasn't it?
I think in honour, we should do a little giveaway for this dude.
You're giving away Darby?
Giveaway in honour of his return.
So actually,
give it away on the live show we're going to do on the live episode.
Give it away the live show
that we are going to announce.
We'll spin a wheel and give it to someone. Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, shout out to Voice of the Marks. He was there live as well. I met him in person. Very, very nice guy, by the way. But he spotted Darby up in the rafters. I don't know what point during the show, but him and a couple other people who were there, they spotted him up in the rafters. So I remember during the show, he sent me the DM, and I kept it to myself. I didn't want to like spread the word. I'm like, yo, Darby's up there. Like, I kept my mouth shut. I was like, I wasn't even looking.
Whenabouts were people aware of it then?
Like, I think, honestly, after he came up on the screen, like you saw the video I sent you guys.
Oh, so not like during the fucking men's gauntlet or something then.
No. So,
like I said, 5 hours.
So, like I said, Voice of the Marks, he sent me a DM, because he was there live, he spotted someone up in the rafters. So, he was assuming it was probably Darby. But like I said, he sent it to me and Chris from Heels from Life also, but we kept our mouth shut. We didn't want people to like get distracted or whatever. But no, so after the Darby video package, we're all going fucking crazy. Like, where the fuck is he? Where is he? And then after Danielson, that's when I noticed him right underneath over the overhead monitor right there. Then when he slowly started descending down, like, it's just, I've never seen anything like that in person. Like, I mean,
he looked high. It looked very high.
Holy shit!
Because he was coming. I thought he would have been coming down from the fucking screen, but he's coming down from way above the fucking screen because you could see him in between. But,
I
have a really important question while we're on this. How long was he up there, do you reckon?
days.
Oh, no, but I mean, do you think it was from the start of the show?
It's probably going to nest.
No, it can't have been.
Because
I'm gonna say,
people would have spotted it.
well, no, the big question I want to know is how long was Swerve under that fucking desk with his coffee? Because if he's drinking coffee, that's going to go straight fucking through him. I hope he had a bottle.
I was thinking,
like The Rock when he's working out.
Did he go there? Like
that was because The Rock pisses in bottles, by the way.
After the tag match, did he just go there when no one was paying attention to what was happening? The whole time?
He must have. Like whatever the camera worked, however it was great because they went from Darby on the screen down to Mox. And then, oh shit, Bryan Danielson's coming in off the corner. And then up, oh fuck, Darby's halfway down. Like it was really well fucking done.
So done.
It was wonderful.
I'm so happy.
Did we have any Discord questions about this?
We've got loads, but I'm not as organised as you, so can I just like read through some of them because I feel
Let's
like
make these quick fire ones as well, though.
Yeah. Will Tony Storm have a celebration for beating Mercedes and say enough of the suck off stuff? Athena, get out here. That's some slug. Probably.
Them lines. If we get straight into it, why not? I think one of the Casino Gauntlet winners, they should get stuck into it pretty soon. The other one you can make again, maybe MJF. That goes on a little bit longer, but then I think Athena will beat Tony. So.
Oh, I don't know.
I think Athena will win the world title. I think she'll be the one that dethrones Tony.
I wouldn't be against it, but I'm
talking all out on Forbidden Door. Wrestle Dream.
I also wouldn't be. A question from me, just because I want to say who mine is. Who do you think's going to? Question from Rick Flair, Andy. Who do you think is going to be Hangman's first opponent?
Well, he's going to do it for Forbidden Door, isn't it? Really, I don't know what he's going to do at Forbidden Door. I can't think what he's going to do.
Well, it's all out first.
I think he's going to.
No, there isn't. You're right. It's Forbidden Door first.
I think he should give Jeff Jarrett a title match on Dynamite.
I think Tanahashi at Forbidden Door.
I saw someone suggest Tanahashi at Forbidden Door. I mean,
I don't think.
I know he's not going to win, and I know it's not.
No, but Tanahashi can't. I think Tanahashi has to be in a tag match.
He's got to be in a multi-man match.
Yeah.
We have questions about that anyway. Sorry, that was just me fucking around because I want to talk about Jeff Jarrett getting a title shot. Sarah, where do you think the Deathriders stack up in the history of heel factions?
Do we include the Combat Club? I know they weren't heel factions, but.
No, it's got to be from October last year. They have a ceiling that can put them. But I think you can say that they have the potential on North American soil to maybe become third behind NWO and DX. I don't think higher than that. They won't be higher than that. I don't think they're that high yet, but I think if they execute the finale to it, they can be.
I think they could have been that high if they hadn't spent so long in the middle just treading water.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what they've done for Wheeler Yuta puts them at a solid third.
I don't think they're a third yet. I think if they nail the next 3 months, if let's say it concludes at Wrestle Dream, if they nail it then with them just going fucking nuts, like with anger and all the potential feuds, all the people that can be intertwined in it, if you're talking Swerve, Ospreay, Danielson, a returning someone, Cassidy, Darby Allin now, I think that has the potential to be up there as definitely AEW's best stable. I think it will. I still don't think technically. I still don't think it's surpassed when the Pinnacle, or not the Pinnacle, when what was Jericho's first one? What were they called at first?
Inner Circle.
Inner Circle is still better for me. Inner Circle's amazing. Inner Circle, but they should surpass Inner Circle, but they haven't yet for me.
Wait, does Mox react with anger though? What he wanted all along was for someone to step up and become the man or the champion that they needed to take that. Does he get mad at Hangman, or does he?
He gets mad at the people that interfered. He gets mad at Danielson, at Darby Allin, at Swerve. That's what he gets mad at.
Mox tapped out, but I think he was delighted. He was tapping at his heart. He was like, yes, this is what I wanted. I think Mox is happy about this.
I think he was just talking gibberish. I don't think I think he just wanted to cause as much trouble and pain for everyone as he could.
Yeah.
Because people did step up, and what did he do? Beat the shit out of him again, even more.
Yeah. They didn't step up bad enough.
I think he'll be angry. I know what you mean about him being happy about losing to Hangman. I think now he will literally immediately pivot. His thoughts be, I lost that title, but I lost that title because Swerve gave him a chain. I lost that title because Darby Allin distracted me when I was on top. I lost that title because Daniel Bryanson physically got involved, and I think that's more where the anger's going to be from him.
He turns anger away from the man that he knows can beat him towards.
Well, like we said,
that's making excuses.
Full gear when Hangman turned up. Mox gave off that that look on his face of, oh, for fuck's sake, this guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Marina took a step back from Hangman. She's never showed fear of anybody.
Yeah.
We have Rich. How does it feel to be right all along? It feels fucking brilliant, Rich.
Feel warm, fuzzy, and slightly relieved.
And he just says, do you think Athena will be the one to beat Toni? He does.
I hope so. I want her to win it. Again, not just yet. I still think Toni can go a little bit longer. I think she could do something really good at Big at Forbidden Door with someone from Stardom. I would then look at it after that, Wrestle Dream or All Out. I think that Toni deserves a bit of a fucking break then as well.
Yeah.
The only thing is that Toni defines that title now, and I can't see her doing stuff when the title's not involved because she's so synonymous with it. That's the thing. And the way she keeps making this character work, I do want them to push it until you think, okay, we've squeezed all the juice out of it, because she's evolving and elevating it on a near weekly basis. So I am actually quite content with them to keep going with it until you think, the minute you think, okay, it's run its course, drop it then, and then see what she can do then.
A tag run with Mina.
Be fun, yeah.
We have Amplified Smart. Could Dustin Rhodes be the next Adam Copeland, Christian Cage after he won the championship? I don't know what he means by that.
I'm going to say no, because no.
Probably people whinging about Adam Copeland, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe when they won they elevated it, didn't they? Because when Cope had it with the Cope Open, it was very
elevated, no.
Yeah. Bringing an open challenge back. Yeah, just a couple of weeks. I know Kyle's taken it from him, but yeah.
I'd have Max Caster be. If he says if Team Darby versus Deathriders happen in Blood and Guts match, do you think Sting will come back from retirement and be a member for Team Darby? No fucking chance.
No chance.
His son might though.
Oh yeah. What, Juice Robinson?
Swerve had another question, but it was excellent from last week. But it's a very long one about Booking Forbidden Door. We might have to push that out again. Sorry, Swerve.
I have 2 questions about Booking Forbidden Door.
Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it all. We'll do it all together at the end.
Let's do an episode on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to look at what basically after we've had a Dynamite, we're going to be probably going into quite a lot of depth about what the future's going to hold, the immediate future for AEW. So that's going to cover that well then, I think. Yeah. So we'll all
be overexcited.
We'll go balls deep in that one next week.
We're at Forbidden Door, all of us.
We have Super John on a scale of 1 to shit. I might think he'd die in the ring. How bloody will Fletcher beat Dustin this week, and how long does it go? I think this question is just for Wrestling Mark, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it will go 3 minutes and 54 seconds, and I don't think Dustin will get a meaningful strike in. I think Fletcher will leave there unscathed, and he should. If it's not this week, maybe not this week. Let him have one title defense, and then fuck it off and put it on Fletcher.
I love Dustin Rhodes more than anything, but yeah, Kyle's gonna kill him.
I don't even think Dustin thinks he's going to keep this title for long, to be honest. I think he just appreciates the moment.
Let him do an open challenge this week and let him beat. Let Max Caster open. Let the irony of him. Let him have one title defense this week and let him slap someone about and have a fun 6-minute match. Don't risk him going longer than that, because I do think it gets a bit dangerous at his age. So one title defense this week.
He's not Ric Flair. Jesus.
The last few times I do worry with certain moves now about people's necks and futures. So I think one title defense this week and then move it on, and then Fletcher beats him very, very soon, within the next 3 weeks, definitely.
We have Aaron says what's next for Statlander, and he thinks Morgan Freeman would make a good wrestler. He didn't say that, but he did say it another time, so I'm going to say it every week. What's next for Statlander?
Tag titles with Willow. They'll have a match. They'll beat the shit out of each other. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Main event Dynamite or Collision. They will batter each other. At the end, they'll shake. They'll be cool. The tag titles will get announced. They'll go in it together.
They're definitely having a match, aren't they? Yeah. What about you guys?
Get it all out of their system.
Brett, what do you think?
I think they'll have one more match against each other, one more one-on-one, and it will kind of have the tone like I'd say the last couple minutes where, you know, they'll have a moment where either Stat or Willow, they don't want to beat each other up anymore. You know,
let them have a 20-minute time limit draw. Yeah. They're both knackered and flat out at the end. They both get up after it's been a draw, and they're cool. And then we can go with it from there. They should get together. They should be the inaugural tag champs.
We have Slug says, when Mox turns face, will he grow what's left of his hair back? No, I don't think he will.
No, don't grow it. It looked terrible when he was Dean Ambrose in 2016. Yeah. It will definitely not. It will look so bad. He's a cool motherfucker. His presentation, his look, he's a badass. Keep it that way.
Keep him bald, please.
Him bald.
For me.
Jamildo, should Dustin be murdered? And then he says, look, everyone else has asked that question, so it doesn't matter, so we'll skip that one. And then he says, who's next for the Hurt Syndicate and who's next for Okada?
Oh, my husband wanted to ask that. Who do you think is next for Okada?
That's a tough one. I don't know who do you think?
Kester.
Bowens if he's going to lose.
Joe,
it's too obvious. So
Kester's going to lose, though.
Yeah.
When's the G1 start?
How many belts is he carrying now, Okada? Just let the fucking Outrunners beat him and they can share the 3 belts between themselves.
Serpentico
Can come back as the sexy.
Do you think Serpentico's going to beat Okada?
I swear to God, Andy!
It's the G1. Okay, it's not going to be Okada. The G1 starts in 5 days.
Right, Takeshita's out of here then.
I actually think, I'm thinking about it, Okada's next opponent's probably going to be someone of Forbidden Door anyway, isn't it? So, Michael Oku.
Yeah, they'd probably build straight into that, wouldn't they, with him, to be honest, yeah.
Fucking hell, Michael Oku, yes.
I wonder if we're ever going to get another, a rematch, a long-awaited rematch between Okada and Shibata. Have we gotten that in AEW?
No,
we've had them interact.
Clearly.
Yeah, we've had them interact. They haven't had a match.
But I can never get that image of Shibata hitting Okada with that bitch maker slap. Like, that is the most vicious slap I think I've ever seen in wrestling history. Like, I would think, like, give me that a one-off, like on a Dynamite or Collision, and that'd be good. Oh yeah,
we have. I can't think of anyone.
Their last singles match was 8 years ago. Shibata and Okada.
Yeah, man.
We have one more Discord question from Rampage. He said I'm late, but I'm going to send it anyway. Don't worry, man. We got you covered. Why is there so little talk about our ace John Moxley finally got the Mega Show main event? Oh, okay. Finally got the main event he rightfully deserved. Probably, I'm assuming means the fact that it was an all-timer match, yeah. Because a lot of his main events have been panned, haven't they, actually, recently? So, yeah, fair play.
And also, wait, so they're saying that the match he deserved in AEW, I suppose...
I'd say it's like a WrestleMania main event, essentially, because it's AEW's WrestleMania, isn't it? You know, so it's the main event.
2024. He wasn't at All In 2023.
He was in the Anarchy Arena match.
Yeah, he's Anarchy Arena.
He walked right past me.
Penta's straws in his head, remember?
No, but he's
and then
headlining.
Eddie ended up.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying he wasn't around last year. In 2023, he was doing faction stuff, wasn't he? So that's why he hasn't been near the top. But look, he was at his high point was the pandemic, and then just coming out of that, he's then simmered in the upper mid card for a couple of years, done everything there, and then he's put himself back in the main event scene. Something that I don't think anyone really saw after 2022. But after he lost the title to MJF, I never expected him to have another title reign, let alone his longest title reign, and let alone, in hindsight now, probably his most successful title reign.
Do you think he's got another title reign in him?
Yeah, a babyface.
I think so.
This is a face, yeah.
I think he retires as world champion one day.
I would love him to go back to. I know a lot of them don't like going back to their old gimmicks, but I would love him to go back to the Moxie was when he first turned up, and more of a Stone Cold kind of character, you know.
Yeah.
Just a fucking tweener, beat the shit out of anyone who wants to fight kind of thing. I loved it when he was like that. That's
Mox tells stories better than anyone.
He does.
I want to point out that bit when he tapped at the end. It was a mimic to the first time he did it to Hangman, except this time he was on the apron. The time when he would think he was safe, and that was what got him to tap when he realised, shit, I'm not hanging, but I'm still fucked. He's still tightening this chain. So yeah, I want Mox to just be given story after story.
I seen someone else talking about. I seen someone else mention that today, and it's so fucking true. Like, because it's like he's fighting to kind of stop being choked. To stop being hanged, essentially, and then he actually gets on the apron, and then realises that he's fucked anyway completely. Oh, it
didn't help.
It's the best selling of it. I don't think I've ever seen selling like that.
No, never.
As well. Nobody, not even MJF. And I say he's the best.
If anyone out there even thinks for a second AEW doesn't tell stories, you're a fucking stupid cunt.
You're not watching. If you don't think they're telling stories, you are not watching.